welcome. Beloved.
Beloved.
What's good, people? What's up, beloved? How you feeling, man?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling real good. You can go do your phone. You can do it on your phone. I'm feeling real amazing, man. Look, go do your.
You feeling good, beloved?
I'm feeling real good, man. I'm feeling real good. We got a good show coming up, man. We got this wallow ass nigga forgetting everything he's doing. He's wallow tonight.
No, look, we got some technical difficulties.
Oh, this shit.
Okay,
here he
goes.
Big dog.
Here he goes. What's up, my boy? How you feeling?
Big dog.
Good, man. Lovely, bro. I
Love
like this, bro. I like your setup right here. This hard, bro.
I appreciate it, bro. You know we gotta come hard, bro. We gotta come hard for the first episode.
Clean,
you know,
bro.
my cousin right here acting like he wallow and shit.
Yeah, we got.
You heard this nigga acting like he wallow and shit.
Hey, y'all about to go crazy.
Oh yeah, all
right.
Super good. I just want to say, I'm thankful for Haas, my cousin Jay, and I'm thankful for you, Roy. You getting this shit popping the first episode of Beloved Talk. My cousin Jay, he played ball overseas. Haas, that's the big homie right there. I've been looking up to him my whole life, man. And we can get this shit popping. This shit is for like anybody. You want to come through, drop some jewels on them. You want to come through, share shit. You want to share your journey. You want to share your journey. Got anything to say? This life is open for you. I think we even got Dodo. Oh, we got Matt Mills. I got to see what's going on. But this is going to be a real dope platform, bro. And I'm proud of you, Roy, from where we come from, bro. Like, I really want you to tell everybody where you come from, your journey, and how the fuck you so lucky right now, bro. Because, you know, from that part where we from, shit is nasty.
That's a fact.
Yeah, facts, bro. Fact.
Shit is super nasty,
bro.
And I'm thankful because I know it's All-Star Weekend out there right now, and I know it's going.
I'm out the way. I'm in the house, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm out the way, man.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, definitely crazy out here. It's crazy right now. A lot of shit happening.
Yeah, that's a fact. So I want to start it off by I'm gonna just give it a little beloved talk. I'm gonna drop a little quote. I think I said it before, but I think I'm gonna hit us with a new one right quick. Tell me what y'all feel about this right here, right? I said, my number one rule: make no excuses, just adjustments. That's beloved talk. You heard? We not making no excuses, no nothing. We just adjusting to everything thrown our way, you know?
I dig it.
You dig it. So Kabi, so we're gonna start this off. Yo, Roy, I want you to let's start off like, how'd you fall in love with the game, bro? Like early, before Maury, before everything. How did you know you wanted to be a football player, you know?
Y'all can hear me? I don't want to know if the music too loud in the back. I can turn it down too.
Nah, bro, we get it perfectly.
All right, bet, cool. Bro, honestly, man, I would say probably like 7, 8, bro. And you know what I mean, once I started playing, I felt like it just gave me that release. Like, you know what I mean, this was what I understood and this is what I wanted to do. Like, it was a feeling, man. I really wish I could like put it in the words, but the feeling was so undescribable, right? It was like I just knew it was like supposed to be. Like, and I get more into it, but I think initially, like, that was just kind of like knowing that, all right, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, even when and I want to stay straight on the timeline, but I think even like it was an incident like because I was really like, I wasn't playing at first. I was probably playing flag. Then the homie came to the crib and was like, the boys wanted me to play on their team. My pops let me play. I was probably like 7 at the time. I'm like, man, I'm trying to hit. Like, this is what I told my pop. I'm trying to get active. So he was like, all right, bet, you can move up. He let me move up. And man, I remember my first time hitting somebody, it won't what I thought it was gonna be. Like, but
What happened?
and literally like, hey, look, next time I get in line, coach run through him. And since that day, bro, I can't lie to you, bro. Since that day, that's literally all I've been doing, trying to run through people. Like,
run through people.
It made sense. Like,
and what age was that? You were 7 and 1.
I was probably 7 or 8, like 8 at the, and it really came to me when I'm realizing like, oh, them boys don't like contact.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't like that. Like, a lot of it really became physical when I'm like, oh, this shit hurt.
Yeah.
But I like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was wired, bro. You know what I mean? I think just being wired that way, like, it was a lot of shit that backed me up. Like, I had a big chip on my shoulder. Like, me against, like, you know what I mean, whoever,
because a lot of people don't know, like, you know, I'm from New York, but I went to high school out there, and I be trying to tell people, like, Virginia y'all go down there and think the Virginia boys is playing, you ain't gonna come back.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna come back.
Sweet.
That's a fact.
Not yet. No, but I'm not even saying that even in the gangster term, because even though they do get down in the gangster way, but sports wise in Virginia is a different.
Yo, I always said
for sure, bro. And look, it's crazy, bro, because I really try to preach that, like, more or less, like people respect like the 7-5. Like, when you talk sports, you talk. I mean, obviously we got Vic, we got AI, like arguably the most influential in both sports.
Ever.
Like, you know what I mean?
Ever.
You know what I mean? And they both had their own swag. They both had their own like personality they brought to the game. So, you know what I mean? For me, bro, being from like 7-5, being from Norfolk, it was always that. Like, when we went to school, when we went to college, it was the same idea. Like, bro, I'm from a different place than where y'all from.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, it feels different. For me, even the boys that was from the 7-5, like, even when we went to school, like, them boys knew, like, I'm from Norfolk. Like,
yeah, we from Norfolk. Like, we from the 7-5, but we from Norfolk, though.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? With respect to, you know what I mean? But it's just like, bro, you know what I mean? That's how I carried it. And that's what really put that chip on my shoulder, like, understanding, like, oh, yeah, I'm really different. Like,
yeah, I be trying to tell them, bro.
The ground is different there.
It's super different, bro. I be trying to tell them, like, the high school, the high school, just for Norfolk, or like, I can't even say, like, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, that shit is a different animal, bro. That shit is like college. That shit is like college, bro.
Hey, facts. Let me, I gotta turn the Wi-Fi on. Let me turn the Wi on. It was a little blurry. They watching in the back.
Oh, I know. You good.
My bad.
But yeah, I'm trying to tell you, Zay, like, yo, if high school out there, you would have went to Duke, bro. This shit is scouts out there. Hey, yo, Hosts. This shit is scouts out the game every day, bro.
Yo, Hosts, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that sounds real good. Wait. I hear you. Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah.
Good.
Nah, that's a fact. I think you know the 7-5 definitely got the athletes.
Definitely, bro. I think that shit computer making money.
Yeah, somebody's mic is echoing crazy, but I think
moving the kitchen.
Yeah, it's too close. I think that I got this thing that like VA sticks together like Queens. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got a system out there in VA that if y'all put everybody on, everybody got an opportunity to do whatever they want to do. And just like how Queens rappers, like Queens rappers and Brooklyn rappers stick together crazy. Like, and it's like everybody got a career that was affiliated with this one, was associated with this one, whatever. So I dig it. You know what I mean? I like it.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's super unity in that. Like, I be trying to tell him, Roy, like, he played ball out here. Like, he wanted like one of the best guards that's from my borough. And I tell him, like, yo, bro, if you lived in Norfolk, you'd have went to Duke or something, bro. This shit is college scouts at every game, bro. Every game.
Bro.
Go with D1.
Sure.
Go with D1.
For sure, bro. And that's really what it was. Like, even coming out, like, them boys, like, Coach Cotton put me on that shit, like, early. And it was really after Cam, because you got to think before Cam, like, it wasn't a lot of dudes leaving Maury like that. We had great players, but Cam really was like, and he got his scholarship really like, you know what I mean? I think that was his only 2 scholarships at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't like coming in, like, we ain't had a recognition. You just say, like, But I think just the respect level was there, like, and it really started with bruh. It started before bruh, but for my time, like, after they seen him, it was like, okay, bruh gonna make it. Who else they got there? And the same with his nephew now. Like, I talked to the coaches at, UVA or different places, and they're like, yo, what's up with Cam nephew when he was at Maury? Like, it's just kind of like that same conversation happened. Like, I had one of my young boys, he came to UVA off of the strength of, okay, bro, you went to Maury. Like, you know what I mean? And it all fell from, like, really starting with Cam and then just kind of fell down.
Exactly. You got that.
Facts.
Exactly.
Be a pipeline. Definitely be a pipeline, bro.
I wanted to ask you about the doghouse camp you had running.
Yeah.
Talk about that a
so
little bit.
I was I was probably doing that, and I'm still doing it. I didn't do it last year, obviously because of COVID. But I probably did like 5 or 6 camps. You know what I mean? Free camps, free food, free shirts, you know what I mean? Free everything. Like, just pull up. And I think the year before last was probably as big. We had it at Lakewood Park. So Lakewood is where we used to play all the rec league games.
Yeah.
So now I always envision like having
Lakewood and VA or Lakewood
now,
Atlanta?
Lakewood and VA.
Oh,
shit get crazy. Yeah. Yo, bro, the shit get crazy. Bro, like, little kids be like, so hitting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was like that. It was like that out there. I was just telling the homie that, like, it was really like live bets, 1,000 people out there on the field. Like, it was stupid at Lakewood. Like, don't let it be a night game. Like, and see, for me, like, that's all the stuff I remember, like, growing up, like, playing.
That shit get crazy out there, bro.
Waking, it gets stupid. Like, it was real. And I think, for me, I just wanted to have a spot where I'm like, because I always did it at Powhatan. I mean, that's when we played at. But I'm like, you know what? I need to take this back to the childhood, like, just take it back to the root of it. And I had it at Lakewood. And it was dope, bro. Probably had like 400 kids come out there, man.
Wow, that's a big turnout, yo.
Man, bro. And it literally just be me, bro. Like, where it's being like, I got my family. It's really like a family thing. My family, my pops and my moms, them supporting it. We passing out flyers, just word of mouth. Like, we had sponsors eventually, but I mean, through the first couple of years, it was really just, hey, it's my camp. Like, and we had kids coming out. Don't get me wrong. Well, them boys from Maury did like DeRee and Coach Cotton, like them first couple of years, like they was just filtering their kids in. So other high schools would throw kids in, and all the little kids gonna come. But really just, you know what I mean, having all that. So, I mean, it'd be a good experience. We usually do it in the summertime. Give away jerseys, give away trophies.
Yo, bro, how good does that feel, though, bro? Like, not to cut you off.
You good.
Before we go into that, I got a question. So coming from where you come from, right, and going through all these trials and tribulations, like Corey mentioned, what kept you consistent? Meaning chasing your dream. Like, what kept you, like? Because I believe, like I always tell Corey, consistency breeds success. So I want to know what made you. You know what I mean? Like, because you, as a kid, you go through so many changes. You might run into something. You might be like, man, F this, I'm done. But what kept you on your path? Like, yo, I ain't deterring from this at all.
Hey, and it's so crazy, bro. I just never wavered, like, mentally. Like, in the times where it's like, I mean, being younger, you really don't even think about it. But in my head, I was always going to the league. Like, since I was 12. It was like, there was never another doubt in my mind. Like, and then it was like, you got small, certain, like, now we got action.
Okay. We got action.
Man. So I would say, eventually it got to a point where I'm like, all right, I know I'm making it. Where it's like small things was happening, like, you know what I mean?
At what age you say, yo, listen, I'm different from him. Like, we in the lineup, I'm different from him.
Right.
Like,
I had something to prove. It was literally for me, like, because I mean, early on in the neighborhood, it was like, see, I played for the team that the neighborhood ain't playing. So like, and this was out with my pops in the military, so we was staying in the military housing before I moved to Lammers Point. So like the team that we was playing on, that was the neighborhood team. All them boys played on the Dukes. So I played on the team from like Norview with Chris Bell, you know. Crazy. He was stupid. He was stupid.
Yo,
like,
that's definitely one of the
Cam them age when I was like in Pee Wee. So I used to see the nigga go crazy in practice. But
He was stupid, bro.
So for me, it was like, you got to think, you know what I mean? I'm going home, I'm hearing about it. When football season come, I'm hearing about it. Oh, y'all boys trash, y'all boys. You know what I mean? Everybody on my circle in the same neighborhood, they played on the team, the Norview team, the Panthers or whatever.
The Panthers.
Yeah, so and so we used to get busy. So every time we played them boys, I used to make it a point. So when we played them boys, I remember it was a Pee-wee game, man, and I just remember going crazy. And I was like, oh, okay, it's like that.
Which was playing? Right back, linebacker, what?
Linebacker, defense, and I was playing fullback at the time. So most of the time it was either fullback and linebacker. But it was like, and then, I mean, I was toting the rock, but I was also just defense, play tight end, play receiver, did a little bit of everything. But it was like just having that to prove, bro, like coming from the neighborhood, having it to prove, and then going on the field. Like, I still remember the game we played these boys. Like, it was literally stuck in my head. Like, I can't wait till I was able to, you know what I mean, I balled. But that was Little League. You know what I mean? After that, it was always either something happening in the game or something happening on the field where it was like, all right, this is just aligning too perfectly. Like, where it's like, and I wouldn't know it at the time, but it helped my confidence. It made sure that I knew, like, all right, well, I'm doing what I got to do. Man, my first pass.
Confidence is confidence
my first catch. Hey, look, and it's crazy, bro, because I can't, like, my first catch on varsity, I take it to the crib. Like, screen. Like, I go 60.
First hook.
And it's a scrimmage. But in my head, I'm like, oh, these niggas can't stop me.
You like,
you know how much confidence you get when you like, oh, you can't be stopped. Oh man, like, come on, man. All I'm thinking about, like, all right, I'm the best.
How you walking different? Nah, cause if you do something like that, you walking different. I'm walking with my, you know what I'm saying?
Like, it's crazy.
And you know that confidence hit you
first catch.
Bro. Hey, yo, bro, as soon as that confidence hit you in high school, bro, that shit is like a drug, bro. That shit is, I can't be stopped no more. I got this confidence. You can't stop me. You can't stop me no more. This confidence. That's why I be so on. That's why I be so much on, like, my friends that's coaches, bro. Because I be telling them, bro, like, you can say the wrong thing to a kid, and you can mess his whole aura up, bro. He could be super nice, Haas. Haas. Bro, the kid could be super nice. And then a coach can say something to knock his confidence off, and he will be garbage, bro. I seen that happen with my own eyes, bro.
I seen it happen.
And the only thing I probably say to that is, like, because I had coaches, like, most of the time the boys had to check me because I was just like, wired, like, you know what I mean? It's just being a competitor. Like, I'm going for it. And if you're on my team and you ain't going for it, then we might, you know what I mean? That's just what it's gonna be. Like, I'm trying to win at all costs. Like, and if you ain't with that, bro, I can't be with you. So like, a lot of times that may be, but also, like, I needed coaches to really, like, hey, get out, like, lead practice, lead the gym. Where it's like, nah, bro, like, don't make me lead, like, you know what I mean? But also, it was times where, you know what I mean, you need that coaching to really, like, mold certain players. Like, you need certain coaches, only certain ways. But to break a confidence, like, nah, man, I
you
think,
gotta
like,
know, you also
self-inflicted too.
Right. As a coach, you gotta know who you're talking to too. You can't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just, like, I might yell at you differently than I talk to Haas, because y'all might react differently. You know what I'm saying? So what you said, they need to know who they talk to. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel, and I just want to know your opinion. I feel some of the kids from this generation that's coming up is a little soft.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like, you know what I mean? When I say that, I feel like they don't accept the criticism or the message in the person. I might say, yo, I need you to get a fucking tackle. They're just listening to me curse. They're not listening to, like, yo, coach needs to get the tackle. I need to go get this for the team. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of these kids are soft.
Because I don't know what he told me. He's the biggest crybaby in the world, bro. Coach used to yell at this nigga. This nigga cry all the time.
Never.
He used to cry all the time. This nigga used to cry all the time, bro. He used to come back to my house and I who he's at. Yo, bro, he used to cry. Yo, bro, he used to cry all the time. He used to cry all the time. We used to come back home.
You're blushing right now.
I used to beat his ass.
You're blushing right now.
You're blushing
I used to beat his ass. Hey, yo, but look, I got two questions inside of a question. So you said, all right, cool. So the rack. All right, cool. So you playing football in rack. You killing. All right, so you in Park Place right now? So you in Park Place right now? Lamer's Point. All right, cool.
Hold on. Let me grab the door. Hold on. Let me grab the door.
Cool, you got it.
That's what's up.
Hey, House, for the audience, he's lying. I used to smack the shit out of him all the time.
Never smack the shit out of him.
He's on Willies. I used to smack him all the time.
Listen. Our next episode, we can just go live and box. I will beat his little ass in.
I used to smack him all the time, man.
I will beat his little ass.
Yo.
Feel like a damn Backstreet Boy. Out of here.
All right, so look. All right, so cool. So, all right, cool. So the rack league is right now. You killing. You around 12, 13. You in middle school. High school's next. You in Lambert's Point. You got your homies. Y'all chilling. Now it's high school time. Why do you choose Maury instead of Booker T, Granby, Lake Taylor, all the powerhouses? Because even though I'm in New York at the time, like I moved to Virginia like my junior year, but every time I'm coming out there, I'm just remembering Booker T crazy. Football games, Granby crazy, Lake Taylor crazy. I really don't remember Maury like that. So like, why did you why didn't you go the route to like Booker T or like Lake Taylor?
Got left back on purpose.
Yeah, it was real live. Like the pipeline. I went to Blair, so like everybody from the neighborhood we went to Blair, then we went to Maury, but also my sister and them went to Maury since before we moved to Lambert's Point. She used to hoop. So man, going to Maury basketball games when I'm in 8th grade and them boys was like Maury versus Booker T, like bro, it was a different atmosphere. And being there, bro, like being at Maury at the time, bro, I remember sitting on the sideline like, oh, this shit about to be mine.
Yeah.
I'm on the basketball court, I'm like, oh yeah, this is mine. Like all of this. From the crowd to the fans to the symbol on the middle of the court. It's mine. Like, that's all I can think about, bro. And those be the times where my confidence was just like that. Because I'm talking to myself. Nobody know this. I'm telling myself this. Like, oh, yeah. I'm looking around like, niggas don't even know.
Don't even know. I see you next year.
Yeah, like, I can't wait till they call my name out and they go crazy. Like,
yo, bro.
Crazy.
That shit is such, bro, that shit is such a different
feeling. The best feeling in the world. I wanted that, so I went to Maury. Like, it was just like, you know what I mean, kind of already. And then you had my middle school basketball coach, Coach Two was the, you know what I mean, Two was the basketball coach at Maury too. So, yeah, I think we went.
I thought homie was
Walker. Yeah, Two. He was the. So you got to think, all us was together from like 8th grade to like 11th grade, 12th grade. You know what I mean? Yeah. We was all together, same squad. Our first 2 years. 8th through 10th grade was undefeated. You see a bad boy again. I'm gonna tell you this. We lost the 2 games we lost. I ain't played.
For what? Football or basketball?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Football or basketball?
Both.
Basketball? Yeah. Nah, hold on.
We was undefeated in basketball and football. 9th and 10th grade.
Basketball story for your ass. I got a basketball story for your ass, but we gotta we gonna get into We're gonna get into that a little later. You see, Barry just said something. You see, Barry just did the
Let me get it.
Huh? No, we did them dirty.
You talk about when the glass broke?
Huh?
This nigga always think he's scoring, huh?
You talk about when the glass broke?
Oh my God.
They always think he's doing something. Yo, LaRoy, he always think he's doing something.
I was just talking to somebody about when the boy Dallas broke the glass.
I'm talking about when we came and smacked y'all in the crib. You remember when I locked Sims up the whole game? I locked Sims up the whole game and we beat y'all. 09. You went crazy though. You went crazy though. You went crazy, yo, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You went crazy, bro.
What
Bro, this nigga's just
year
playing.
was this?
It's wild.
09.
Whole time.
09.
08.
09?
That shit was your senior year.
08, 09. Yeah.
That shit was your senior year. We came in the crib and smacked y'all. I had Sims on lock the whole game.
After 10th grade, it was over.
That shit was over.
It was over after 10th grade, cuz.
You can't get that to me.
But Barry
so
Gardner,
cool.
Barry Gardner made a comment. He said, "What up, Barry Gardner? And who is Skinny? I believe. Who is Steeny? My bad.
Steeny, my boy.
Shout out to the people.
You breaking up. Say it again.
That's fine. So all right. So cool. So freshman year, Maury, you walk in them doors, right? How you feeling? You going for varsity or JV?
Damn, my shit breaking up. Say it again.
I said the first day of school, Maury High School, right? You walk in them doors.
Uh-huh.
How you feeling?
First day.
His shit cut off.
Yeah, his Wi-Fi cut off.
Yeah, his shit come off.
But let's tell the people how you supposed to graduate at 08. You supposed to graduate at 08.
I look back.
I was a
Boy, was a graduate at 08. No, you didn't. You got us back on purpose.
No, my dad didn't let me go to summer school. My dad didn't let me go to summer school.
This is beloved talk. This is beloved talk.
Listen to everybody that's watching. This man sitting next to me was 16 years old, playing 8th grade football.
Now you capping.
Talking about I'm nice.
You're capping. He's capping. These niggas is capping. I was 14, beloved. I was 14. Niggas said a win is a win, beloved.
He was cheating.
A little clear.
Yeah. Niggas said a win is a win. Yo.
Yeah. You hear?
Yo.
Yeah.
We better. We good. My bad.
Yeah, we good.
Now you good. Do that again. So, like I'm saying.
Hey, what we was talking?
Huh? No, I said your freshman year, you walk through them doors, right, bro? And you thinking
what we was saying?
What you was thinking? Your first thoughts when you come in Maury doors.
Just like just in general sports, like
general
shit. Stay ready. Like I ain't know, honestly, like I mean, it was just like years prior to that, like it was real active in there. Like by the time we really got to high school, it kind of slowed down a little bit for us. Like, but before, like from when I'm like hearing, like it was real like active in there, like wow, like so for me, I mean, I just knew, hey, you know what I mean, stay in the neighborhood, stay with, feel me, vibe with who you know, like I ain't moving no type of way, but it's just what it was, like I won't really like, and then honestly, bro, like when I first moved to Llamas Point, bro, like probably in 6th grade, like they was just telling us, like, especially me and the young niggas, like, yo, we ain't banging, like we ain't banging, we ain't Crip, we ain't blood, we ain't, you know what I mean? So for me, it was like, all right, well, I'm gonna stick with the homies who I know. Like, and a lot of that was happening in the city. Like, everybody was banging. Like, it was just like, it was like bro, different little sets. Like,
that shit had been hard. That shit, yo, bro, that blood shit.
Bro. From like
it was more Bloods or Crips.
Nah, it's Bloods and Crips. That shit, like,
yeah, for sure, both.
But it was more Bloods, bro.
It was getting
where you at, yeah.
Nah, bro, it's like it's just like 1,000 Bloods and it's 1,000. That shit is like California, bro. That bro, like this shit.
Gangs, you got niggas who was, you know what I mean, Bloods, but they'll call themselves something else, like, you know what I mean?
That shit hit Virginia hard, bro. That shit still hit Virginia hard right now, bro. You know
neighborhood.
That shit different out there, bro. That shit different. So I'm gonna get a little personal. So all right, cool. So to say that freshman you killing, sophomore year you killing, junior year you killing, senior year, right? No, I'm not about to ask you that right now. I'm gonna ask you this after this. Okay. So senior year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you like, when do you like realize, like, are you going to practice and you looking at these niggas like, yo, bro, I'm built way different than you, bro. Like I'm going D1. You feel me? Like you feel me? Like when do you get that through your mind? Like, yo, this nigga behind me on this drill, he's not built like me. Like I'm built like a grown man. I'm hitting harder than him. Like I'm out of here. Like I'm not about to work at the shipyard next year. I'm going to college type shit.
That was 10th grade.
10th grade?
That was probably 9th and 10th grade. Like, yeah, I think our first, like, we had to.
10th grade?
I played varsity 10th grade, yeah.
Ooh.
But I mean, and it's crazy, bro, because I'm literally
and that's
walking
football too. That shit ain't basketball. That's football.
I played basketball varsity too.
Yeah, that's shit. Nah. I said.
I know, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Nah, it's crazy because, bro, like I'm literally walking through the hall with Cotton. I think, you know what I mean, I was either going to his office, he came to get me out of class, and I'm walking behind him, and we kind of walking up the steps, and bro just stopped, and he looked at me, he was like, yo, you know you ain't playing JV this year.
Yeah.
And, like, just mentally, yo, like, how much confidence that gave me. Like, it's like, I'm in 10th grade at the time. Like, we ain't even started working out yet. We ain't started nothing. But it's like, yo, you the only one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, yeah. But also, bro, when I was going to play JV, I'm killing.
Yeah.
We played Norview if you play JV, you only can play half.
Yeah.
Like of the game if you still gonna play varsity. Yeah. So whenever we play somebody undefeated, like they'll be like, Roy, you gotta play like the first half. So I played Norview and I played Lake Teller, the 2 games I played. Matter of fact, I ain't played Lake Teller because we was gonna beat them boys. This was 10th grade. And I played Norview. And this one I knew it was like too easy. I missed from all that. Like, I was playing safety at the time, and it was probably 4 to 5 picks. Like I could have just, don't get me wrong, I ain't catch all them shit. Yeah. But just the fact that, bro, it was like, oh y'all, this is really that easy? Like, I only played a half. I got my hand on 4 balls. Like, I'm like, all right, yo. But then it was just like, all right, moving up to the next level, I always had that confidence. Like, I got in 10th grade, and I'm talking big shit to, like, whoever it was. I still remember the day. The Reed and my dog head coach over at Moore, Butts, all them boys, and them boys was seniors at the time. And, like, we coming up, and I'm just used to, like, competing. And I don't, like, whatever position you in, I'm still better than you. I don't care who you is, who you think you is. You gonna feel me. Like, at some point, you gonna feel me. Whether it be on the field, like, however it is, like, it ain't gonna be no walk in the park. And that was just the difference from a lot. And not even from me, and, like, because you got to think it was, I had some dogs with me.
Definitely.
But we just ain't have enough. Like, you got to think, bro, when I say we was undefeated, like, my first 2 years, bro, like, we had our coaches still there. We had certain players, but, you know what I mean, coming from where we from, but, like, most niggas ain't really even make it to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Experience that. Like,
because it's outside.
You know, people still don't realize that. I'm talking to them boys, like, something like, yo, you got to realize, like, we got, the homie, and I can say the homie Man. The homie Man used to score 4 to 5 touchdowns a game.
Bro, that's
like on JV. Like, literally every time he touched the ball, he would score. Best player I seen, like, on that level. Like, just at that time, like, wasn't nobody better than bro. Went to the varsity game. They let bro play varsity 1 game.
He was a monster.
3 touchdowns. Went stupid. Like, you know what I mean? But it's also just having that, like, the opportunity to go to the next level. Having that those same people support you, those same people telling, but also having that right mindset too. Like, I think my mind was always made up, bro. When I say I ain't never waver, it's because my mind was made up. I knew, like, yo, I got to do my schoolwork, even if I don't want to do it, even if I don't want to go to class, even if I don't want to do all this shit, I got to. And then it was just easier than me. Like, it wasn't like, it was it was literally read something, write it down. Like, for me, it was like, shit was so simple. I'm like, oh, this to play ball? I do anything to do that. Like, you know what I mean? So mentally, it was no other distractions. Like, it was nothing else that was going to block me from being able to just go to school, do some easy shit, and then go play football and kill niggas. Like,
kill niggas all day.
And that was mentally, like, I'm talking about, even when I'm going to football camps, wherever I was going, it was always that same, I got this chip on my shoulder. Like, they're going to have to feel me. I'm trying to go first in line. I'm trying to put hands on whoever. And, like, at the time, I'm playing receiver and DB, so it's all one-on-ones. So it's like, it's real active out there. And mind you, I was a big DB, so I was really linebacker. So I'm literally grabbing like
Yeah.
little high school, like I was strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, watch out. We're not doing that. But also, it was the same thing, like me trying to play safety and me trying to play receiver. It was like, oh, bro, ain't fast enough.
Yeah.
He can't, you know what I mean? Instead of just saying like, oh, this nigga's a good football player.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
So
I remember, bro, it's crazy, bro, because I got a look from Tech. I got the same look from Tech. The dude from Tech come to the game. This is my junior year. I scored 3 tugs. Probably had like 115 yards. I'm killing grass field. Doing them dirty. Defense, I went stupid. Like probably one of the best games I didn't play. Like,
you played quarterback that year too, right?
Senior year. And them boys be gassing it. I ain't play quarterback too much, bro. If I played quarterback, it was handing the ball off. The fake and then keeping it. Like it won't know. Yeah, nah, it won't nothing else. And that was like 2-3 times if I remember. But even after the game, I'm like, see, it was a lot that was built off of like going to combines and having these crazy numbers, being stupid athletic. I just knew I knew how to play ball, bro. Like I want the fast nigga. I want.
You said the coach from Tech came?
Yeah, he was at the game. And in my head, I'm thinking, I want to go to Tech. But in my head, I'm like, bro, I just snap. Y'all got to give me a scholarship.
Yeah.
Nothing else I got to do. And yeah, we want you to come to the camp. Come to the camp for what?
We're not doing that.
When I'm coming, so I go, mind you, I go to the camp. And Telvin there.
I was about to ask.
Big, brolic, like strong.
Rocky nigga.
So you gotta think we from the same city. So everything we doing, mind you, and bro literally was trying to go against me for everything we did.
Yeah.
Like we running the 40, he want to run beside me. We jump in the verse, he want to jump with me. And I'm like, bro, like, man, I ain't here for you, bro. Like, you know. And
he knew Oz was on you though, so he had to be right next to you.
Yeah, but it was just like also it was like they gave brother.
But the nigga he talking about though, bro, he was like a
built like that.
4, 5, like this.
He was stupid.
I got a question for you. When did you realize you had a target on
that boy over though, huh?
Senior
year. So we didn't talk about that anyway. Senior year, I went, man. Listen, yo, my last game, bro.
You ran that boy over.
Some like, and I only talk about this shit because I probably ain't never experienced like doing something like this. I think like the last 4-5 plays of the game, I made to win it. Like literally, like from offense to defense. Like one on offense, brother threw me at fullback. To win the game, run that boy over, lead block, boom, touchdown. Like we in there. Bro,
nigga said,
nigga
said that's for that shit at the camp. Nigga, holla at me.
3 plays on defense, bro. I can't make this shit up, bro. I made 3 plays in a row, bro. One of the plays I'm playing corner.
Cardi, shout out to Cardi.
Where it's like a nigga just open by itself. I run out there, line up. They run a slant, knock down. Next play, TFL. Next play, like game over.
Get him up out of here.
I'm just like, all right. Yeah, it was just,
Get him up out of here.
Yeah. So the whole time, like it was like that. They competing. It was me versus bruh. Whole type of deal. But whenever it came to anybody, it was pressure. Like I'm telling wherever we was at. And that's where it's like, we went to Oscar Smith. We played and this is my dog. He went to UVA. We played Tim Smith and Perry Jones and them boys. Like I put hands on. Listen, he'll tell you to this day, man, you was holding me. Nah, man, I was putting hands on these boys. Like, you know what I mean? That's just what it was. And them boys were great players, but for me, that's what brought my competitiveness out.
Exactly.
Like when we went to go play Phoebus and the boys was all world, man, I'm making sure whoever is the best player, don't get me wrong, if them boys was like that. But also I get them boys, these are my dogs now. Like these are some of my closest friends. So I get these boys their respect whenever I'm with them, but also, you know what I mean? I get mine. Like I still work for 115 on them boys. Like
you still that nigga at the end of the day.
Like it was, I still got off. But
being that big dog, when did you realize you had a target on your back? When you was like, yo, you know, I got this #1 spot. They on me.
Senior year for sure. Like when it was like dudes on my old team was trying to compete against me it was I vividly remember going to Lake Teller Combine. We got a dude on the team and everything I'm doing, he trying to one up me. Hey, what you running your 40? Hey, bro, like I'm a better football player than you. You do all this other extravagance, like you can jump high, run fast, go backwards and do flips, bro. But when I get the ball in my hand, like it's different. Like, if I hit somebody, it's different.
Because that's what separates people when they realize that transition from I'm hunting and I'm trying to prove to I already proven now I gotta stay at that level. I got this target on my back, and now
I ain't even gotta talk no more.
That dog mentality, having that dog throughout that whole transition is what probably put you, you know what I mean? Push you.
And we was really bred like that. Like and don't get me wrong, like I've always went hard. Like I always was wired that way. Like I still remember Little League, like running a dude down to catch his flag at the goal line. Right. Like, it's little stuff that I remember in my head. Like, why was I doing that?
Just attacking.
Like, and how I catch him.
Shit. Right.
Like, it's different from like football speed and combine speed, but it's also like running from a dog. Like when you is a dog, like that's just what it's like. Second gear kick in is just like I hunt. Like that's what I realized my game is about. I hunt for a living. Like sideline to sideline. Is my pops used to tell me that like linebackers make all the plays. So for me, he used to just have me like, if I ain't making all the plays, I'm like, I ain't playing.
Linebackers is the quarterbacks of the defense.
Right.
Man, you feel me? Like, you know what I mean? We play D-line and we play DB. Like, and we do it all, bro. So, I think for me, bro, I had to, once I learned and transitioned to just being that, I was always that. But I also had dudes that was always trying to compete, always trying to, like, challenge my, you know what I mean? Especially senior year, like, you got to think, like, you know what I mean? At this point, I wasn't a great leader, and it's crazy, bro, because, I mean, and I can say this because Cam told me this, like, and he was just like, he was really just on some, like, he was disappointed. You know what I mean? Because he felt like I wasn't leading like how I was supposed to lead. And in my head, I just didn't know that.
High school?
Yeah. In my head, I really didn't, like, it was so much that happened. Like, I had coach left, like, we ain't had the same coaches, we ain't had the same atmosphere. So, you know what I mean? I was never out to, like, just get me, but I also went out to, like, scrape them boys up. Like, either you a dog or you not, bro. I can't. You're not about to be out here and see if you want to practice or not. You don't want to practice, leave.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a problem with me telling people to leave. Nah, bro. Because I didn't put life out here for this. So if you don't want to be out here, don't be out here. Like, and if you got a problem,
that's the good thing I can say about the Virginia high schools, bro. Like, you know how AI from out there, Vic out there came out, yo, bro, they come back, bro. Like, they come back. So I'm like, AI, yo, bro, you can see AI any day. You can see Pusha T any day. You can see Cam Chancellor any day. All of them come back and like, say like LaRoy gonna go to Maury High School tomorrow. My nigga, them doors is gonna be open.
Facts.
They're gonna be open. But like high schools out here, bro, they don't do that, bro. This man is like in the Hall of Fame in his high school, bro. He has to beg to work out. Like, that's why I like Virginia. Like, Virginia is like such a family oriented, like with the school. With like, it's just like, yo, bro, you could come back and got you. So all right, so I'm gonna stay on that, right? Because I'm piggyback off what you said about Cam. So senior year, you killing. I remember this because me and you in the same class. It's you, Telvin, and I think who else is killing out there in high school? You, Telvin, and it's somebody else.
From Norfolk.
Yeah, it's you,
that boy
Telvin.
Mike. Priv was killing.
Yeah, Priv. It's you, Telvin, and Priv.
Daz was killing.
Yeah, Daz was playing quarterback.
Yeah, Daz was going crazy at quarterback at Booker T.
I tell him all the time he should have stayed playing football, bro.
What? I tell that boy that. Listen, it's
bro.
crazy. Like early on, I was telling him, but he was crazy. Daz like
right now, bro.
Huh?
I said Daz in here right now.
Yeah, hey, he's crazy.
Yeah, I tell him that all the time.
I mean, from Little League, them boys is crazy. Like, you gotta think all them boys from Booker T was playing on the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Like, and like my last year at Bantam, like I remember we had a crazy game against these boys, night game. Like, them boys was really like that out there. Like he was stupid at basketball and football. Like, but bro,
basketball, he's like
one of the best like two-way athletes for sure, easily.
All right, cool. So all right, so senior year, I'm gonna get a little personal on it.
Yeah.
Senior year, right? All right, boom. I remember this day like it was fucking yesterday, bro. It's me and my cousin Barry. You know my cousin Barry, nigga, that played for Granby.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, my cousin Barry Garner. We this is I seen y'all because this is when we was playing at the Hampton Coliseum at the fucking you remember Hampton Coliseum always had the big basketball tournament. So we seen y'all, we said what up to y'all, boom, boom, boom. So me and my cousin Barry.
Damn, this was around Christmas time.
Yeah, so we go back to we go home, boom, boom, boom. We go to sleep. Barry wake up in the morning and like say his phone blowing up.
I
He like,
remember that.
damn.
That's crazy.
He like, damn, little Charles just got killed, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I know before I even get on the little Charles situation, let's have a little 5 seconds of moment of silence for the legend of God right quick. So let's have a little moment of silence. All right, but before I even get on that little Charles situation, he was a monster, super monster, and he signed his scholarship right before that, or what? He signed the scholarship like right before that shit happened, right?
Probably a little after. Like, I'm thinking, when was that? Like the off season before that, like before probably the season started. I think.
Like months before that.
It was on some small like D1 AA type. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was real like.
Orbs or some shit, I think.
And it just, I hate like if it was like.
How did that shit to piggyback that off you, like how do that go through your mind, bro? Because I know that was your man. I know that was you, Cash Mans, and I went to school with his man Linwood.
Yeah,
that was his man. So I know that was like, cause all y'all Park Place niggas, y'all niggas is like this. You feel me? Park Place, Lambert's Point. Y'all niggas don't even gangbang. It's like, yo, bro, we to get like nigga, we Park Place, Lambert's Point. We not gang banging or nothing. And even if we do, we still this shit. You feel me? So like, how do you like get that shit through your mind? Like, damn, my fucking friend just got killed. Yo. And we supposed to go to college together. Like how, like do you go in a depression mode after that, or do you go into the I gotta get the fuck up out of here type shit? Because that's when the city was on fire. Because I don't know if you were high school. That shit.
We had an HBO series.
They had an HBO episode, bro. They
came
up there. People from our area got murdered that year.
Yeah, they gave us the black boys
that played football. High school people. Seven high school stars got murdered that year, bro. What? Shit was crazy. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. So if you want to speak on that, like what, like where was your mind at? Like, yo, bro, I gotta get the fuck up out of here, or like you go into a depressed mode, like, yo, I want to risk my talents and go get catch back, or is like, yo, I gotta start separating myself, or like, do you blame yourself for that shit? Like, yo, this nigga should have been with me. Like what's going through your mind when you get that phone call? Like, yo, LaRoy, this nigga, feel me?
Hey, bro, what's crazy, bro? I was the first one there, like that wasn't there. Shorty called me, my sister Valerie. Mm-hmm. She called I don't. To this day, I'm like, damn, I still be asking her like, yo, why you know what I mean? But she was like, she ain't know what else to do. She called Roy, like, you know what I mean? So she telling me what happened. I just leave I just left the Wayne concert, so it's up, like, you know what I mean? At the time, Wayne is like. You know what I mean? Man, I'm up, man. I'm having a great time. I meet the homie Malk down at Waterside. Pull up on Malk at Waterside. I'm there for 5 minutes. Shorty called me like, yo, they just killed Lil Charles. I'm like, no way. I skate. I'm out of there, like running lights. Like I'm driving from downtown to Park Place, like sliding. Pull up around the block. And I still remember, man, I pull up and ain't nobody really out there at the time. People riding by, like some people just scattered around. And then I get out the car, I park like on the other side of the block. And she was like, I get out the car, I'm like, yo, who was that? And the shorty's like, man, they killed Lil Charles. You know, I'm like, yeah, that's my brother. She's like, yeah, I'm like, nah. So, mind you, nobody at the time really know. I skate to the crib. Yeah. I get to the crib, like, I just fall out. Like, I'm banging on the door. Pops is there. I mean, Pops was the first one to catch me. Like, I'm just like, I just balled up. Like, you know what I mean? So, we probably at the crib for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Like, yo, we trying to go back. I get back out. It's probably 100 people out there. Like, and niggas is just like, bro, I ain't even go to sleep, bro. Everybody went to my crib afterwards. It's probably like 10 of us at the crib. Like, I just sat in the chair in my room the whole night. I got up like 6 that morning and walked to the field. I swear to you, I told myself I was gonna make it. I walked to the field and I said, I'm getting out of here. Because Powhatan was in Llamas Point. It was in the back of Llamas Point.
Should just
I
put
got up
chill.
that morning. Niggas looking for me like, yo, where Roy at? Like I just left. Like,
Yeah.
but it was so many times like after that, bro, I found that space to just be by myself. Like even in college, bro, like it was times like, and I mean I expressed this shit before, but it was like when you young and like all this shit going through your head. Like I mean I'm driving one time and I'm just like, man, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm young though. I'm still fucked up about the situation. Like the homie died. Like I don't really, this shit don't seem right. It don't seem like life. It don't seem.
Yeah.
So a lot of shit go through your head, bro. But that shit motivated me like crazy. Like it put such a battery in my back. You got to think. Once I like my second year of college, I asked my head coach. I mean, at this time, I just said, Coach, I'm like, yo, I need to change my number.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I put on a 9. Like after I put that 9 on, it was over. Like I feel like it was like a super cape.
Yeah,
Like, but I ain't looked back since. Like, you know what I mean? Once I put that shit on, I ain't looked back, bro. It was like from my sophomore year of college, from wearing that number, and I still reference it now. Like even the reason I got 59, I was waiting to get to. Like it was just like so much symbolism in it, yo. Like I'm a, you know what I mean? Now as I get older and I'm so in tune with certain shit, it's just like so much symbolism and just like that number, but also just what it meant to me, like and what it meant for me to represent that shit. Like my little cousin wore that number. He made it to the league. Like he wore it because of me. And I wore it because of Charles. Like he don't even know that. You know what I mean? But for me, it's just like, how influential was that? Like this man been going for 10 plus years. My little cousin came out, you know what I mean, 5 years after me, was the number 1 linebacker in Florida, went to Notre Dame. Like, and he wore my number because I wore Lil Charles' number. But it's just, it was like, just the legacy, man, for me, like, and just the fact that, like, I had, like, little homies, even at UVA after I left, wanting to wear 9, but not even realizing, like, y'all wearing it because of me and I'm wearing it for somebody else. Like, you know what I mean? That was my driving force. That was my driving force. And that was my chip too. Like whenever it was like, and honestly, that's what kept me. Like being in situations, bro, like, and I used to tell boys, like, even when we go to college and boys used to want to get active and fight. And I'm like, bro, in the city, like, it ain't none of that. Y'all not about to fight nobody. You're gonna get got. Y'all not going to ODU at Llamas Point and fighting none of niggas in the hood. Like, I mean, that's what you got people getting into with people that's from like the city that, you know what I mean, don't go to the school where it's like, yo, y'all can't do that everywhere. So I ain't even going up. I'm not gonna get up here and act like, oh yeah, like nah, man. It don't go down like that.
God from that for real.
Yeah, like I done seen shit like, you know what I mean? I done been to too many funerals, bro. Like it's like
That shit
hit the area.
How can you talk about the your process with the draft, and is that your mama I made it moment? You know what I mean?
Nah.
Is that all right? So let's with 2 questions.
Nah, I mean only
draft
because
and your mama I made it moment.
Again, bro, it was more so I always had a chip. So like my mom, she wanted to have a draft party. Like she, mind you, at the same time, I knew a possibility I wasn't gonna get drafted. Not because of talent, not it's just a lot of factors went into it. You'll have somebody who went to West Bum, whatever, and still get drafted. Like it's all about who recruiting you, scouting you, who wants you, bro. And if it's not that, you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. So I kind of already knew in my heart, all right, I'm gonna go undrafted. Cool. Yeah. I ain't want to have no draft party. I could have sat in the crib and vibe. Got the call, like, all right, and I still would have been happy. Yeah. I still won't get my respect. I won't invite it to the senior game. I won't invite it to the senior ball. I won't invite it to none of that. But mind you, I missed 2.5 games my senior year with a broke hand. And still was top 10 in the ACC. Like, you know what I mean? And I missed 2.5 games. I could have easily been number 1. Like, I was the best for sure. Like, you know what I mean? And that just came from, like, by that point, and see, like, I came in playing safety. Like, they moved me to linebacker probably in my sophomore year, and I wasn't ready to play line. Like, I was just, high school was different. Like, I'm just, you know what I mean? You able to run around and just make plays. And, you know what I mean? I had to really become technical with it. I had to really learn how to play the position, like the little nuances of it. Learning how to use my hands, learning how to play with leverage like that. I just knew how to run and hit. So by my senior year, I had kind of put it all together. It was like, oh, okay, this is motion. Like, this is what's going down. So By that point, I mean, I still felt like, all right, because even the year before my junior year, I balled, but I had a sports hernia. So like, even I remember one of the scouts came to, we watching film together, and bro was literally like, yo, why was you so slow? And I'm like, he was like, your junior year. And I'm like, I didn't even know I had surgery after the season was over. Like, and then my senior year, I balled. And I mean, so for me, it was like, all I needed to do was get a call. I'm going to go down. Like, I don't care how I get in. I ain't have to be drafted. It didn't have to be none of that. I'm kicking his door down. Like, nobody can stop me either. It was just like that. Like, oh, yeah, y'all, for what? And then on top of that, my coaches, like, from college and even more so, like, who played in the league, who telling me I'm going to play in the league. Like, you know what I mean? They was just reiterating and rebuilding that confidence. Like, okay, I ain't tripping. Like, you know what I mean? They see it too. We all see it. So, I think the mama I made it moment would have been, man. I mean, going to the Super Bowl.
I was about to say that.
Super Bowl has to be that. Super Bowl was just so surreal, bro. Because even like from the first kickoff, like, and being in it, you don't realize it, but then you look around, you see all the lights flashing, like, oh, this is what you be seeing on TV, but it's happening right now.
It's right in my face.
I'm like, this is crazy, but it was that was probably that one experience where I'm like, this is dope, this is crazy, like this is the league, like this is what it's like it's supposed to be, this is what it is. Yeah, that was it. That was it for me, for sure.
We got a question real quick from Cardi Express. What words would you say to a father raising a 6-year-old son to play football? Shout out to Cardi.
Cardi, what's up, baby?
For me, and I mean, I'm just speaking from a father's standpoint. More so just pour into your kids. Like, if that's what he want, pour him to. I would hate, like, even now, I'll give you an example. My nephew now, who love football, he love playing football, but I also want him to, like, know that there's other parts of himself that ain't just football. Like, he's going to be a phenomenal football player because he love me, he love watching me, he want to be exactly who I am. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't want you to be that. I want you to be way, because it ain't just, I'm not just a football player, but it's all he understands because it's all he see. That's just what I do. But it's like, it's so much more to me than that. So I don't want you to get lost in just saying, oh, I can only play football and I can. It's like, nah, man, it's so much life, so much more where it ain't just football. And like, it's great to do and it's an amazing thing. But I would say, if that's what they love to do, like when I was 6, I didn't know I wanted to play football. I didn't know till I was 7 or 8. And that came from experience. That came from being outside with the kids and running around and feeling unstoppable. Like, oh, okay, this is my get out. This is what made, you know what I mean? My pops didn't tell me to have to play football. My mom's in. It was more so like I found my out. Yeah. Like, oh, this is my freedom in this. Like, I found that. So I would just say encouragement and should be the best father you can be, bro. Same way I'm trying to be.
I got a question for you because you just kind of So, as a pro athlete, you kind of, what's your plans for after football? I want to skip to that real quick. I want to after football because, as a pro athlete, your identity's been a football player this entire time.
For sure.
Everything had to deal with football. Even personally, for me, everything is basketball. Mm-hmm. And then now all of a sudden with the pandemic, things slow up. And now you kind of have an identity crisis, low key. You know what I'm saying? Now you start looking for what's next. You start thinking about what's next. I want to start a family. I want to do this.
Right.
But then you start, right. You start realizing like, yo, all my friends, they've been putting in time into their jobs.
Yeah.
So,
no, facts.
I got a two-parter, and what I'm basically trying to ask you, what's your plans for after football, and how do you deal, if you do deal with it, how do you deal with the identity crisis of, yo, I'm not just a football player like you just said? How do you get people to recognize you as like, yo, I'm bigger than just catching a football, hitting people and stuff like that. I need you to respect me in a different room. You know what I mean? How do you navigate that?
That's a great one.
That's a really good one. To start with the first one, I think for me, obviously with the trend now is multiple streams of income. Like for me, it's how can I start another business? How can I create a business? How can I use my foundation to create money for myself? For me, I want to get into trucking. So I think I'm really more so just planting the seeds, using my resources. I think a lot of times we forget how many people we connected to and the resources that we do have. So the times where I was having now I wouldn't call it an identity crisis because I think there was a time, but 3-4 years ago, I was like, damn, what I'm gonna do after ball? Like this was to be, like, well now I don't have that anxiety no more. I don't have that fear because it's also like I played another year. Like I grew some more. I understood more. It's like it's so many opportunities out there for us to like get involved, like whether it be an investment, whether it be in real estate, whether it be with things that we want to grow in. And I think all of it's about being an entrepreneur and being your own boss. So for me, if however I can do that and still pour into the community, still be a humanitarian, like still do my philanthropy work, still give back like in a major way, but also create businesses and opportunities for like the cities, like city of Norfolk, the city that I'm in now. Like I think for me, ideally, like it's how to evolve in that sense where it's like I'm using my brand, but also the thing that I'm doing now, like this is my business. I am my business. So how can I create myself in a way that, okay, hey man, I used to play ball. Hey man, it was like point of contact, using contact, but also just like having that plan or idea that this is something that I love to do or something that I want to do. For me, like, and I'm thankful because a lot of my homies, they're not playing and they've been in our league 2-3 years. So it just helps relieve a lot of anxiety of like, okay, what's next? What I'm gonna do? Like I just bought my first house this year. And for me, that's like one of the
that's icy right there.
my big investments. Like I'm just grateful. But yeah, now it's just like, I mean, a lot of people will get this ideas like, damn, you've been in the league, like you could have been. Where it's like, yeah, but also it's like timing of things and like understanding how to do certain things and being in the right position to do things. Like, yeah, I could have did that, but also like I was undrafted. I didn't know where I was gonna be. I didn't know what team I was gonna be. I didn't know where I wanted to be. I didn't know I wanted to stay in Atlanta until 3 years ago. Like, so I wasn't gonna buy a house right then when I first like, oh yeah, I like it out here. Like, it took me 3-4 years again to be like, okay. Like that's home. Like I can make that the crib, but also I mean VA the crib, but I can also make that a place where I feel like, you know what I mean,
we start your new
secure enough
family.
to call a second home. Like my daughter here, like, you know what I mean, I got family. So like the homies from here, like just having that outside of the game, I think I went a little tangent, but did I speak on identity crisis?
You definitely
you touched it.
And for me, bro, and I like and just talking to like some of my closest friends, I think that same anxiety and that same feel of like wanting to be on the field, like it's a drive that goes through a lot of dudes. Like, you know what I mean? It's any competitor. Like, but for when you hoop, like, I don't know. For me, like, I love just even I can go to the Y and hoop and get the same like adrenaline rush. Like if I want to go, like, you know what I mean? So for me, like basketball is like you can find that like competitive edge and that kind of release. But like when you come playing football, it's like when you just want to like, you know what I mean, get busy and hit something or do you can't because it's like, I mean, we do the most violent stuff to people out there, like, and it's like
crazy.
You can't do that in real life. But like, for me, I would say, I mean, I've been blessed enough to have like so many like whether it be people in my life, even when I went to school, bro. I think for me, that's where I kind of separated from just being a football player. Like I was an activist, I was a community leader. Like I was involved where it was like, yeah, y'all can identify me as this, but like y'all can't identify with me giving a speech at the Mike Brown killing. Like y'all can't do that. Like, but you know what I mean? For me, it was just like I'm bigger than that. Even if y'all want to minimize me to just being this wild, like crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's not just that, but it's that. Don't get me wrong, but also it's multiple facets to it. It's multiple sides to it. It's like that's all of us. Like, you know what I mean? People get this clear image of like, oh, yo, this is where it's like, yo, it's so much more to us. It's so much more to who we are. Like, you know what I mean? So for me, I always wanted to show that. Like, that's why I always did my schoolwork, bro. That's why I always, because I ain't want to be.
Y'all heard
you know
that?
What I mean? The job, like, bro, it's crazy. I got the UVA, mind you, I got the UVA, predominantly white college. Like, And this is part of identity crisis. Like,
I'm about to ask you that, like, how you like?
Yeah,
feel,
bro, we pull up the parties and it's like, yo, you can't come in here. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? In my head, I'm ready to like, what's up? What you mean we can't come in?
I
Why?
can't
Because we black? What's up?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But, yeah, and that's what it was. But also, it's like, nah, we ain't going for that. But after a while, you realize, like, all right, we don't need to be there. We can have our own space and do our own thing.
Yeah,
like, I don't want to integrate, like, you know what I mean? In that sense.
Yeah, but then, like that moment right there, it shows you how fake the world is, because that's probably right there. You probably went to a white party as a freshman. I bet you when you were a senior, but I bet you when you was a senior, you could have walked in any fucking white party you wanted to because
Yo,
yeah,
what's up? Who gonna like, you know what I mean?
See how fake this shit is? Like they like
no facts. It's you know what I mean? What you do? What have you done for me?
Somebody asked real quick. S from Brown said, "Do you feel like y'all could have did anything better to get a different outcome in the Super Bowl?" S from Brown.
Yeah, we could have finished. But also, like I tell people now, I don't mind talking about this because I've had this saying. That was our Achilles heel. Like, I mean, for me, being able to take the game and look at it from a perspective view, throughout the season, our offense was scoring so many points. But the thing is, when you score so many points, bro, like you put your defense in a disadvantage because now them boys playing 7-on-7, and you don't want to play 7-on-7 with a quarterback who's about to drop back in. Now you got to stop these boys. Like the game plan changed. Yeah, we know they're gonna throw the ball, but also it's just wide open. Their whole playbook is wide open at this point. So now they have the advantage in that take where it's like, okay, we up 28. They score. Cool. If the defense don't stop them, or if the offense don't progress the next series and get a first down, now they down 2 scores. Okay, cool. And now the game is closer. Now they got the momentum. Now anything can happen. We can get a first down, boom. But that third possession, if you got a punt and then they still hot, now they down 1 touchdown. So now it's like, okay. So the game be so based off of like this momentum.
Yeah.
And I just think just finishing better, having a more plan to finish. Like, them boys know what they should have did to finish the game. I know what we should have did. Hand the ball up. Like, here you go. That's any game. We win it. Like, at the same time, winning the game. So, and being a vet and playing in enough games and seeing enough games, I'm able to just evaluate and say that because we all understand that. And I think we all say the same things. We can play the politic game of it. They should have, but you do got Julio. You could win it with Julio.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? I think that's what it was too.
You definitely win it with Julio.
Win the game.
You can definitely win with Julio.
Let the MVP be the MVP of the game. You know what I mean? Where it didn't have to. You know what I mean? So
definitely Julio.
How did the wait up real quick? My bad, Zay. How did the pandemic affect your game by Fresh Prince?
It elevated it. Excuse me, elevated it in a sense where it was just the game. Like, there was no fans there, so like it was just the game. Like,
you got
no distractions. Man, it was such a beautiful feeling, bro. Like, for people that's like that, not that get impacted by it, because I played, but also there's a lot that go on at the game. But just to be in complete silence and just to be able to line up and see everything, like, it made the game so much easier. But as far as like off the field, it was just a transition. Like, it was, a lot of days which, we wake up to go to work canceled. Like, you know what I mean? Back at the crib. Like, now we watching film. Now we got meetings later. So adjusting, not making excuses. The same thing. Like, we had to adjust each week. We had to adjust all the time. So I think that was the biggest thing. It wasn't really an effect on the game. Other than, like, for me, it was an elevation because it was just put you on hyper focus, especially when it came to game time. You was able to just, it was nothing else there. There was no distractions. You can't see nothing. Like, and then you talking crazy, like, and everybody can hear you.
Everybody hit you.
Greasy.
My bad. Yeah, my bad.
Hey, I'm talking crazy out there. And I'm like, yo, I ain't even know them boys get
Nigga said I might lose a sponsorship over that.
We playing Seattle. Like, we was playing Seattle. And, one of the coaches was just, going crazy. Like, and I'm like, bro, if you ain't never played this game, bro, don't talk to me in a certain way. Like, I understand. Like, you can talk, get your rocks off. But if you ain't lined up, put pads on, bro, like don't disrespect me, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's physical like that. Niggas get hurt for this. Like they
Yeah.
put their life on the line for this. It's fucking crazy to me.
Yo,
And
man.
you know when you just in that mode, you like you don't know
Yeah.
what somebody said. You like you
Yeah,
don't know
I'm
what
in
they said.
homo.
Yeah, like bro, what you say?
Stop talking to me.
No, don't
Like
say
what
nothing.
you say?
He don't know.
Hey,
He
bro,
don't know.
hey, look, after the game, I'm pressing him. I'm pressing the cut. Like
Yeah,
my dog played for Seattle. He like, man, you gotta relax. I'm like, I just want to know what bro said. Like,
I respect it, bro.
I got a daughter, bro. You gotta watch what you say to me.
Yeah,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm a father, bro. I ain't no look. I'm a father, so it's like it's different.
Right. I gotta go home and look at my child.
Like my daughter
Like,
gotta
you
know you said something crazy to me.
Like,
Like, I can't even protect her now. Hard say what?
I said, and my bag is just like yours. You got to calm the fuck down.
Like, you gotta relax.
Zay, what you was gonna ask him?
I gotta go home.
You got to relax, beloved.
You gotta relax, bro.
Relax, beloved.
You got to.
Hey Zay, what you was gonna ask? My bad.
No, I said so. All right, so you get,
Sergeant, bro?
so you get, so all right, you go and draft it. What's going on through your mind? Like, fuck, I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the crib. I gotta work at the shipyard, or you like I'm about to like.
Nah. So when you get undrafted,
just to add to that question, my bad. What was what's the biggest learning curve from college into the league after you went through your process of getting into the league? Like, what was your biggest learning curve where you was like, yo, I got to get this down packed to have a successful career in this league?
For me, it was. I see it's crazy because I always had to like, again, prove myself. It's like when I first got in the league, I had a stigma like when you go so hard, bro, and like you willing to just run and hit anything, like people really think you wired, like, you know what I mean? So, but also dudes who they think wired like that, they don't think smart.
Right.
He froze.
Yeah, Wi-Fi froze.
Man, I went to UVA. I graduated early. Like I graduated with a 3.8 from high school. Damn. Like top when they talk like. So I think for me it was just that biggest obstacle of like recreating my identity as far as just being like one a good football player, but just not like I'm a dog, but like they used to, it's always just like bull in the china shop, like just kind of might just knock anything over. It's like, nah, bro, like I was just so used to like, and then again I start reiterating the fact that like when you play on certain teams and you got to make all the plays, like it just wire you that way. Like that's how it's been. Like when I was I ain't have to make all the plays in college, and I ain't have to make, but I was trying to make every play because if I wasn't gonna do it in my head, ain't nobody gonna make it. So for me, it was like that same mentality where it's like, all right, now I have to trust my space of where I'm at. Like, you know what I mean? I learned that just playing in different defenses, like I ain't got to run too fast here. I ain't got to go too fast because I mean, for me, it was always I'm doing everything fast. I'm doing everything aggressively. Whereas like I had to learn more so controlling the space, controlling where I was at, using my hands better, like, but also just slowing the game down. And like, I think I learned that the last 2 years, really just slowing the game down, being able to go fast when it was time to go fast, like be where I needed to be. And so that's really just, I mean, I think for me, that's helped me become a better player, like overall, knowing that shit, that's really what I had to do to get better, like slow this whole process down. Hold up. Yeah, let me see. Trying to get this thing about right. But yeah,
money.
So I mean, I think the biggest, like, because you got to, even when I was in college, like my first year really playing linebacker, my coach played linebacker in the league. Like his nickname was the Undertaker. He played for the Patriots. Like, whenever your coach name is Undertaker, like
Word. That's what I was saying. I'm waiting for niggas to respond like the Undertaker.
He's killing niggas, beloved.
Hey, look,
The wrestling was enough. The wrestling nigga was enough.
big
nigga said,
brute,
yo, listen, man. I don't want that nigga on my team, man.
Yo, if y'all see this, like, it's probably a video on YouTube because, like, big brute, just strong, like, zero tolerance type. Like, he ain't even talk too much. But when I say, like,
Zero
bro,
tolerance.
checked me so crazy, like, my sophomore year, like, and you know, when it comes from somebody who just don't talk, like, somebody who just, like, you think they demeanor, man, he pulled me out the practice, was like, I don't give a fuck if you don't respect me. Like, none of that's, like, you gonna listen to me, you gonna respect me, and shit like that. And I'm like, damn, bro. Just coming from him, like, it made me, like, want to be a better football player. It made me want to prove that, you know what I mean, this was something that I was able to do, because I just had to learn how to play linebacker over the years. Like, and once I got to the league and learned how to do that, I was also still just learning how to get better, learning from older guys, learning from, like, just watching film. So I think it's over time, just how I could become the best version of myself. Each year was probably something new that I was trying to work on. Right. Whether it was, you know what I mean, making sure I was all the way in shape to keep that same energy up, or just being able to make plays on the ball or play faster. So, like, everything was always, I think that, all right, what's next? How can I develop? How can I get better? Like,
so
how can I bring more to the table?
My bad. Another question. Keith Powell said, how does it feel now being in a new environment and playing with a quarterback like Joe Burrow? Was last year's #1 pick, whose season was looking very bright, but unfortunately went down.
Oh, I went there with Joe. That's in Cincy. Oh, I heard that, but
all right.
I don't know how it was, honestly. I went there. Nah, I mean, but when I was in Cincy, it was a transition stage for me.
Yeah.
I got out of it. Nobody.
He said, yeah, how to get up out of there, beloved.
Cincy, man. The boys,
nigga said Cincy ain't got love for Snoop Dogg, beloved.
The boys trying to get out of there, man.
Somebody said Ghost Array in the verses.
I'm going Ghost on that.
Quick question.
I'm going Ghostface.
All right, another one. Zay, who you going?
I got Ghost.
I gotta go with Ghost on that.
Ghost.
I don't know.
He hit you with the I don't know to cause
controversy. I don't know, son, because Ray really did. Because Ray just got really one hit, the cream shit. Other than that, I really don't. Ray, for real. Hey, what else song Raekwon got?
Ray got some joints.
Nah, he got joints, but what joints? You feel me? Like, he got cream.
He got 20.
Yeah,
he don't got
20 of them things.
He
got 20 though.
I think Ray got 20. The verses.
He don't got 20, bro.
I find out about new songs from an artist all the time. Like, there's songs that I didn't know that artist was a part of.
Yeah, that's because.
And I'd be like, what? Like, what? You know what I mean?
Writing.
Then you be like, oh, like, this is a different ball game then.
Yeah. You know not to switch it up again though, but this might be a tough one. Being in Esron Brown, this is a good one. Being in the NFL as a black man, does the NFL make it hard to agree with Kaepernick? If you want to speak on it or not or whatever.
Hell yeah, on this now. You got, mind you, bro. Like,
I feel you though.
Bro, somebody asked you that question. Like, listen, when it was first spicy and dudes was asking that question, niggas was like, I don't know if I want to. I mean, so.
Yo, now hold on, wait. Answer that, but just answer this. You don't gotta say no names. You don't even gotta answer it if you don't want to. But when that shit went on, did you see some top niggas?
Right.
Did you see some top niggas that be on ESPN every day, stand with the other side and say, I ain't doing that. I'm not fucking my back up, buzzing.
Right.
Turned it up. Esron Brown turned it up.
It was like, I mean, it was a business decision for a lot of people. Business decision.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, that's really what it was. You gotta think though. A lot of them boys got blackballed, like, and not in the league now because of that incident. Like,
that's a fact, bro.
And you know what I mean? For me personally, like, when you just, man, you know the truth about certain, like, I mean, even the whole like why somebody is doing something, like I can't. I mean, and I get, I 100% understand. You know what I mean, bruh's take on what he was doing, but also like, Brad just got paid.
Yeah.
And a lot of the talk, I mean, and I don't know, but it's just a lot of stuff was more so it was him backing somebody else. Like it wasn't really like all of him, but it was him, but it was like he's just the face of it. So like you got people losing their jobs and backing this up, and it's like it ain't something that you fully all the way into, bro. Like is that's really you, if you really giving it up like that, but also like people will give off this image like that, and some people won't give it off that image. Some people was really all in and like thinking he all in, and I'm not saying he wasn't, but a lot of people say he wasn't. So if somebody say he wasn't, then you know what I mean? The word is out there, wherever it's at. But you know what I mean? That's just, nah, bro, I wasn't really like that. His lady was like that. She kind of promoted he was just a fake. You know what I mean? But like for me, I knew all that 3-4 years ago, so I'm not jumping on the wagon.
Yeah,
like,
you're not.
I speak of that lightly because I don't know. You mean specifically exactly?
Yeah, we don't want to be on ESPN.
Also, I just knew my
Nah, we don't. Respect.
Like, I knew my
niggas ain't trying to be on ESPN. Niggas ain't trying to be on ESPN tomorrow. First show.
Hey,
Let's relax.
All promo is good. Promo B. Like, you know what I mean?
Let's get it.
I'm really just out
So
here
what's the use of
outside,
having
man.
soldiers if you can't use it?
Niggas on ESPN.
Dog, man. Call the dog, man. I think, honestly, and also, bro, like, I'm out and play 8 years in this league. Like, for me to sit here and, like, try to bite my tongue.
That's a
man, you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get a round of applause for that. Word.
Who that?
I can't. I ain't, man. No man put nothing in my heart, dog.
Yeah.
I done earned all mine. Like, I done earned all mine.
Yo, honestly,
bro.
honestly, a lot of niggas get mad when I talk about that knee shit. But me, honestly, I don't think I would have took a knee, bro. It's like, all right, I'm about to mess my bag up. Like, what is a knee?
But you a Trump supporter.
No, I'm never a Trump supporter. He's capping. He's big capping. He's big capping. I ain't even vote. He capping. I don't even vote. But no, nah. But I'm like, all right, what is a knee gonna fix anything doing? Like, all right, everybody that want to take a knee, let's all put a bag together and go back to these neighborhoods and then fix these neighborhoods. Yeah, but I'm saying like the reason for the knee, like why am I gonna take a knee and then nothing's gonna change in my neighborhood?
All right, so let me pick it. Listen, so when they took a knee, listen, we taking a knee is actually a sign of respect.
Huh?
Flea said we passed nailing.
No, that's a fact. No. I understand that.
In the community,
I understand that.
I'm not. What the fuck is a knee gonna? Hold on, wait.
I want to hear Zay. What Zay got to say?
Yo, look. What is a knee gonna fix anything, bro? Let's put this bag into a neighborhood, bro, and then fix the neighborhood. A knee ain't gonna fix shit.
I understand that, but at the end of the day, you still got to bring awareness to a certain issue because he used his platform in a certain way. The knee is a sign of respect. It wasn't disrespecting the flag. Yeah. It's just that the narrative it was given was of the fact that it disrespected the flag.
Would you have taken a knee?
Would I have taken a knee? I would have got all the information first. And
franchise player, $100 million a year. You would have taken a knee.
Yes. If I
lying.
Yes. I think
cap. You're lying.
How's it cap?
$100 million. And they said you take a knee.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No, not being serious.
They definitely voted for Trump.
No, I'm saying, yo, listen, $100 million. They said, yo, you do this, I'm your contract. Huh? Yeah, bro. If you need to tell me. I'm not doing it. Tell me. I'm not doing it.
At the time, without Roy's information, at the time, he was bringing awareness to something.
Yeah,
that's all he was doing. He didn't I'm with that.
Yeah,
I'm with bringing awareness.
But
if somebody comes to me about yo, I'm not giving you your bread if you do this and that, and it's part of my moral compass, my moral how I'm built to put together. Yeah. Yo, fuck that money. I made enough. I'm going. Yeah, straight up.
Yeah,
I live within my means. Yeah. Even if I playing overseas, I live within my means. Yeah. But one of them teams said I can't wear a Black Lives Matter shirt, or I can't wear something that represents my people I care about, people that look like me.
Yeah.
Yo, excuse my language, fuck off.
Yeah.
Straight up. And I'll say that on the first episode of our podcast.
I like to go by the spook by the door. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm like a spook by the door, nigga, bro. I'ma get in, and then I'ma give me this 100 of millions. Then I'm going back to the hood. I'm gonna use all that money y'all gave me, and I'm gonna turn my hood into Bel Air. But now I'm gonna turn everything. You can't do that without bread. You can't do that without no money, bro.
You need both sides.
Yeah,
you need somebody that's willing to sacrifice something, and then you need that person that's he sacrifices. He brought attention to the problem. Now I'm the solution. Now I'm bringing money into the hood to fix some things.
Who's gonna bring money into it?
Whoever, if you were doing that, I would get with you and be like, yo, look, I'm taking this knee. But they violate me,
they said, homie, you hot right. Nigga said, yo, homie, you hot right now.
That's why
Yo, you don't know how many niggas Kaepernick fucked with? They was like, nah, you hot right now, homie. I just signed the Nike.
That's
what put him on block.
Like that girl get Yo, Haas, I'm telling niggas they hot.
You bugging, man.
Hey, listen.
He said, "Fuck that Burrow question, keep Burrow." Nah, but
nigga said, "Fuck that Burrow question."
Yeah,
it's over with.
Yeah, nah, but So all right, cool. So you didn't answer what I asked before when I said, all right, cool. So you go undrafted. What's your thoughts? Right. You like the fuck? Like, I gotta go back to the hull. Like,
what I was saying was so like even when you get undrafted, they bring you in. So you still come in like with the draft. So they got the drafted players, the undrafted, and the workout players. Like it's like 20, 30 us probably come in there. Probably a little more than that. Like, you know what I mean? And they keep the who's there. They don't do it like this no more. But at the time we came in early, went through like a whole little program, and then the vets came in after that. And we stayed a little bit after they left or whatever. But bro, I was so locked in, bro. Like at that time, in the same time, like when I first got in the league, my homie Omar had just got killed like that same summer.
Yeah,
I'm going into training camp. I'm in training camp. I got the call in training camp. Like I remember leaving the hotel, just kind of spacing out, vibing, and just like the city, man. I can't. But for me, I was so locked in, bro. Like I wasn't talking in there. Like niggas really thought I was off everybody who I came in with. Like I wasn't speaking to them boys. Like we weren't cool. Like it wasn't nothing. Like it wasn't when we got there. Like mind you, like my first day of work, I go there with a suit on. Like that's just what my mama, man, you better put that suit on. I'm the only one dressed up. Like, it was business for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I signed contracts like that. Like it was business for me, man.
That's fire.
Like, I'm putting this button, I'm putting a tie on. I'm coming here to let y'all know that's just so mentally, bro. I was just like, and then also, like, you got to think, I'm in there with dudes that is undrafted and dudes that, I mean, may make the team, may not make the team, but like, even through conversations, like, dudes will always knock themselves out of the race before it even started. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know if what? I'm already on the team, bro. Like, that's my locker right there.
Yeah.
The other lockers may be gone, but my shit ain't moving. Like, I'm not even thinking about not making it. Like, the thoughts never even crossed my mind. Like, that's how crazy it was. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. The one time I thought I won't go, like, I broke my hand in college. So the first week I come back, I got a whole wrap on my hand. We in practice. I didn't caught a pick with the wrap, like, score. Then go to celebrate. I grabbed something, split my whole finger open to the white meat. Bone showing. So now I got a plate. I got a plate in here. I got this hand split open. The only thing I'm thinking, I'm driving to the hospital. I ain't going to the league. I can't make it to the league like this. The hand hanging. And that was probably the only time I, like, had a slight sense of doubt. Shed a tear and then let that bitch go. Like, after that, I'm like, man, I'm straight. I'm good. Like, I ain't, you know what I mean? For me, it was just always that. Like, and honestly, bro, and that's taking
a knee. Taking a knee, man. I'm not messing up the bag, man. I'm taking the bag up to home. I'm bringing the bag home. I'm not taking a knee. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it, boy. Niggas can't. Yo, but look, I look at it like that. I'm a real one, bro. So you can't tell me I'm not.
And I don't.
I'm
Like, I wasn't against. Like, I mean, I was all in support. Whichever you chose, you chose. Like, but when we was in Atlanta, they made this. You know, what I mean, they wanted to keep it like team based. Like that first, like what the team want to do. A lot of teams went that route. A lot of teams, because it felt like an.
What happened? Yeah.
Keep calling me on FaceTime, but it more felt like they tried to single guys out as far as like, oh, he's a singular act. He didn't come out the locker room or he took a knee. Whereas like, you know what I mean, when I was in Atlanta the first time, it was like, all right, well, we're just gonna be on some United. Like, however it play out, like that's just what we gonna. That's.
But you take that knee, your rookie year at Jacksonville, you out of here, bro.
Facts.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking it. I'm telling niggas, yo, you hot? My son just got body last week. I'm not doing that, man. I'm getting this bag and I'm doing that goal. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
What
like
you
this,
say
bro.
for 8 years?
I'll break it down like this.
Rookie year.
Like this.
Rookie year.
I'll break it down like
if this shit happened,
you work your entire life to get to a point of, you know what I mean, you made it to the league. And everything them boys taking a knee over, you had to experience.
Yeah,
so
personally,
like, yeah,
personally.
So like I didn't have the police not, you know what I mean, threaten to shoot us. Like we'd have had homies dead, we'd have had homies shot by the police. Like for me, it was just like I didn't went through all that to get here. Like, you know what I mean? Me representing like what it means to me is me giving back to my community. Like
exactly
going back and free for everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Or me giving books to everybody, or me like just being present in the neighborhood, being the principal for the day at the school, or like going to sign autographs. Like that's me taking the knee. Like that's my knee. Like throughout the systematic like racism or the systematic oppression, my way of like taking a knee would be in my efforts to create a better, like, I mean, space or create a better community. You know what I mean?
This shit is chest, bro.
One little younger.
But this is the question I got.
One little younger.
But this is the question I got for you now, because that's a perfect point you made. Because like sometimes that's not seen by the public, you know what I mean, or that's not broadcasted by ESPN. They just might look at you and go, "Oh, he didn't take a knee." So how do you navigate through that in terms of like, because with the world we in a social media world. If it ain't seen on social media, it ain't happening. That's to some people. But to people that's connected to reality, I want to know, like, obviously you're doing something. You know what I mean? I want to know, how do you stay grounded? You know what I mean?
You always want, like, to have the largest platform. So I'll be, you know what I mean, missed to say, yeah, it didn't matter if it was like, don't get me wrong, he had a platform, he had the stage, he had the scene. But I think consistency, like, being able to consistently do that work, like, over the years, like, it's going to be the same, like, it's going to be the same effect that 1 year or couple years that, I mean, and Cap had, you know, Cap going to go down in history. But that ain't the conversation no more. Like, you know what I mean? The conversation's changed. I'm still going to have my camp. That conversation ain't never going to change. I'm always going to have a camp. I'm always going to give back. And this whole conversation about systematic oppression ain't going to change. Like, so it's going to be different ways to show how can I impact this? Like, how can I take my own metaphorical knee, in a sense where, like, right now we taking a knee. Like, this whole podcast is us going against the grain of something that isn't created for us to do. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, y'all boys got together, created something that, you know what I mean, in any likes of it 4 or 5 years ago probably didn't exist, or probably did exist, but also, you know what I mean, knowing that you got the power to do so. I think that's the best part of it, like having that, being able to have that power to say, all right, well, however I can create a platform to talk about issues, social issues, community issues, whatever it may be. That's my knee. That's what I'm like, in a sense. You know
I like that. That's my knee. Yo, Roy, that's my knee. I'm not messing up no bag.
What I'm getting from this conversation is Cat was kind of the sacrificial lamb in that sense. Because what happened was, Cat took a knee. We seen what happened. So some of us are not in that position to risk that bag, which I agree. But we also got to figure out what we could do to take a step forward as a people. And that's what you did. You looked into the community and said, yo, I'm gonna run this camp. Everything's free. I'm gonna talk to these kids, make sure these kids are staying out these streets. Make sure these kids know how to deal with these dumbass cops that come up to them looking for a problem instead of finding a solution to the problem. You know what I'm saying? So right. So I feel like Cap was needed in a sense because he sacrificed. Cool. For sure. Like you said, it's gonna be, he got to do that every year. But now we need somebody with your mentality, like, yo, I need this bag so I can actually make a difference. Physically, emotionally, all that. I mean, so what I'm getting from this conversation is Cap was a sacrificial lamb in a sense.
Yeah, definitely,
right?
Definitely was.
Okay.
Definitely he was.
Okay, so I
definitely was.
that.
Hey, yo, bro, how'd you deal with the all right, so you cool. So you made it to
sacrifice himself.
Like, yeah, facts.
And
facts.
I think, and from what I know about it, I think he had talked with a military retiree, and he kind of expressed to him that taking a knee was a sign of respect. So he felt like that was his choice of going about it. Me personally, at the time,
Tebow took a knee too, though. Tebow took a knee 2 years before that about some abortion shit, and nobody said nothing about it. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Tebow took a knee like a year before that. Y'all could Google that. Tebow took a knee.
And I might have seen that.
Nobody said nothing about it, bro. That's crazy. Tebow said nothing about it. So that's what I'm saying. I'm taking a knee and I'm gonna mess my bag up. I can't do that. I'm gonna get the bag and I'm gonna bring it back to the hood and I'm gonna be Nipsey Hussle.
Respect.
How you feel about
and I don't think it like, and don't get me wrong though too, like you got to be wary of like dudes doing it because it's trendy, like not saying that it was trendy, but also it's like
it was trendy, bro.
Like dudes is really trying to like was like, I'm not doing this just like because like it's real, like bro. I get it. I get what the representation and what we're doing, but that's not the end all be all. Like, if you don't take a knee, then you with the other side is like, nah, man. I got my own beliefs.
You can't tell me I'm with the other side. I'm really from here.
I've never personally had a conversation with you to follow this, like, you know what I mean? I know systematic oppression in my life as well as you know it in your life. You know what I mean? So yeah, we could take the same knee, but this was your idea. This was what you created. Like now we all jump on board and say, well, let's take it. Like, nah, man. I just ain't a follower in that sense. Like, I'm straight. Like, I'd rather do it in a way was like, if I created this, if this is something I thought of, like, and this is something I truly believed in, then yes. Do I believe in systematic? Like, do I believe there's systematic oppression and racism? Yes. Like, obviously, like, life is a reflection of that. All our lives are a reflection of that. That's why we're able to stand here today, making it through that. You know what I mean? But no, I won't risk in the bag either. Sleep.
Right.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, bro. And it's like, you know what I mean? I cannot do it. And it's not even, and a lot of people, like I said, being in different positions, a lot of people probably could have and probably and would have received, you know what I mean? But for me, not even about the bag, bro. It was, I love this game. Like, I love, like, and for me, like, you know what I mean? You go to see the national anthem now, like, people is walking to the concession stands, talking, like, it's not like, you know what I mean? It only became a spectacle when the guys on the field was taking the knee. Like, you
nigga with an afro.
They didn't used to, bro, but for the year before I got in the league or the year I got, there was no national anthem. Like, we wasn't doing it. So for me to say, oh, I'm going to take a knee now because we weren't doing this 7 years ago. Like,
because the nigga with the afro took a knee,
but I get, like, the representation of it. Like, I just felt like
the nigga had an afro,
another way we could have represented it. You know what I mean?
They said, no way. They said, no way this nigga with an afro took a knee. Get him out of here. He got an afro.
Get him out.
They got him out of here, bro.
Facts.
They got him out of here. Yo, so so look, so all right, cool. So you go to Jacksonville, you in the door. You get your first big bag. Your first big bag. What you do? Who you call and where you going? Your first, yeah. Yeah, your first big bag. You like, yo, I'm going. Like, what you doing? Like, yo, what the fuck? I just got my bank account and I see all these zeros. I'm going here and I'm calling blase blah.
Crazy.
And shouts to my boy Cash too.
Yeah. We just went to Mexico. Matter of fact, but crazy. My rookie year, crazy. I lost a stupid bag my rookie year. Lost it because I got suspended. So I get suspended. I lose out on like 4 game checks. So that really put me in the hole. Like, you understand? So like, I just shoot like.
But y'all get paid twice a month, right? The 1st and the 15th.
No, we get paid every week.
Oh.
So, but you get all right. You get paid every week for 4 months, and you get 9 months off.
All right.
It's the hardest adjustment to make, like financially in life, when you go from making no money to making all this money in 4 months and having 9 months to not know what to do with it. Especially when you're young, you're not thinking investments. You're not thinking, you know what I mean? You're not thinking save. You thinking Miami. You thinking trips. You thinking clothes. You thinking party. You thinking, and then you look up and be like, where'd that bread go? Like that. Like, and then when people talk about that conversation of like guys, like, you know what I mean? That's why certain teams, like, and they changing it now where you get paid like throughout the off season. Where it's like, so basically instead of getting 1 check, they're gonna break it down into 2 checks. So it'll go through like 82 weeks or something crazy like that. They just have success from it because a lot of guys, we honest, like, all right, so let me see. Rookie contract. Say the rookie contract was, I can't think of the number it was back then. Probably 5 or 6.
Make up the number. Yeah, make up the number.
5 or 6. You get $250. That's what you're getting. You're getting $250. So it ain't 5. You get $250. Living, however you want to explain it, like paying people, however you want to explain it, like just repetitive things, whether it be in your weekly schedule and your daily schedule, should just add up like over time. Where it's like, bro, I'm getting massages, I'm paying for food, like I'm traveling, I'm putting. Where it's like it becomes excessive. Where it's like you're not living normal no more. Where it was like, where when you know what I mean, $100 was like, all right, it's 100. Until it became like, oh, that's just 100.
That's $1.
You know what I mean? But mentally, that's where you fuck up at. Like, and the homie told me that, like, when I was real young, he was like, yo, because it's going to get to a point where you just seeing so much money coming in. But you got to think, all that shit coming in for 4 months, and then you don't see no more green. Like, that, you know, you see the green plus? Ain't no more green pluses the next 9 months. So you got to stretch it. You got to stretch. And it's so many, bro. It's so many, like, and it's a lot of dudes. Like, if you're not getting drafted, if you don't get no big signing bonus, if you're an undrafted guy, if you get cut throughout the season, if you miss 4 game checks, like, that's another 100 bands. Damn near, like, I mean, 50, 100, you know what I mean? However you want to count it. And bro, when I say, like, it's probably like some of the most difficult things you gotta, because one, especially now the time's a little different, I would say, because now we live in this like information age, and people are more like being aware of like and conscious of making investments, and like we got all these, we got a podcast 6-7 years ago. Hey, figure it out. What you gonna do with that bread? Like, I don't know. Shit, I'll spend it.
I'm about to get ice.
You know what I mean? Whereas I got my Jag, I bought my whip, like, you know what I mean? I was paying off that, like, I had just, and then, like, again, bro, like, it's when you do have it, again, it just becomes a repetitive cycle of either, you know what I mean, spending, taking care of people, like paying for things you got to pay for, and then you look up and you be like, oh shit, that was 50, gone. Oh shit, another 50. You know what I mean? Where it's like, fuck, that's really, and that means you can live within your means. No, don't get me wrong. If you don't know how to live within your means, you can't live within your means. Like, you really gotta like be coached and learn how to do that shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And also, you can't lose a sense of like, I think a sense of like your wants and your needs too. Like, you know what I mean? Because don't get me wrong, I fell in, like, you know what I mean? I was definitely, I need this. I wanted this. I wanted that. I wanted this. I wanted to go here. I wanted to, you know what I mean? But also, so so the first thing I really caught was my car, my Jag. I bought my Jag, and that was like, you know what I mean? I still got my baby. That was the
All
first thing I
cash?
got.
Cashed out?
Nah. Hell nah. I mean, you know, even like the homies that was with me, they won't let me make decisions like that either. Or was it just like, it was more like, and I probably should have, bro. Knowing how much fucking money I was, I mean, if I was just even more conscious and aware of like where I would be 8 years later, I probably would have bought that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Just knowing, like, but also when you become undrafted, you get in the position where there's a level of uncertainty, and people feed that uncertainty into you. Like, man, you don't know where you're gonna be in the next 3 years. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe, you know what I mean? And then also, it prevents you from actually like creating a plan, and then it just makes you worry. Like, bro, I don't want to worry about where I'm gonna be at. I want to create a plan so I know where I'm gonna be at. Like, don't tell me like, yo, you might not play. You might not play too long. You know, you was undrafted. Like, nah, cuz. Like, let's work with what we got right here. Boom. Let's break this down for the next 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. Like, let's always do that. And I mean, I had the right people helping me. Also, for me, I had to learn how to do that myself.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to tell somebody, hey, pay your bills, then you paying them, or you tell somebody to do this, and you never learn, bro. It took me four years to really be like, yo, you know what? 4 or 5 years, like, to really be like, yo, I need to do this myself. Like, I need to, like, you know what I mean? Well, also, it just gives you more power over you. I mean, your situation was like, all right, now I can do this.
That shit crazy, son. Because I remember, because every time every time this nigga Dodo come out, I'll be linking with him shit. He come pull up on me.
The basketball money different.
This nigga.
The basketball money different.
Yo, boy, no, listen. So he like, yo, bro, let's go to the Montclair store. I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. I'm gonna go buy something. This nigga get 3 Cokes, 4 Cokes. I said, oh shit. I got a collar shirt. She was like $250. I said, yo, you wildin'. He said, nah, bro, you good. He said, nah, bro, you good. Put it with mine. I said, nah, I'm gonna pay for my shit. You good. That nigga shit was like 20 big. I said, yo, boy. Every time he come out here now, I'm like, yo, bro, let's just go get something to eat. I'm not shopping with you, my nigga. It's different. Yo, boy, bro, this nigga, bro, I'm like, yo, bro, you was a different type of nigga, son. He didn't get He bought like 10 coats. Nigga 6'8".
Why you need 10 coats?
You need 10 coats. Nigga live in Dallas.
But piggybacking off what you said, you start reasoning with yourself why you need 10 coats.
Yeah.
And you start saying, yo, I need 10 coats. I'm going to this part.
I might do here. I might do this. I might.
It start making sense to you, though.
I say, yo, boy, you are dead.
That shit start making sense to you. And that's when, like you said, that's when you get yourself in trouble.
We got
cops, like just cop stuff, like crazy.
We got one more question before we wrap it up. And Esrin Brown said the bag is the reason why black people so easily bought. Black Messiah. But CTE, anything you want to talk about that? You know what I mean? That's what Esrin Brown asked about before we wrap it up.
He said, is the bag, say again?
He said the bag is the reason why black people so easily bought. You know what I mean? Trying to just worry about their bag, whatever.
No, I think the identity of trying to get your 40 acres and a mule is the reason that black, but I don't think it's that. It's that we've been oppressed for so long, and like our resources have been taken from us. It's like when we do, we celebrate it because I mean, so long we had to go without, so long we had to be, I mean, disadvantaged. So it's like, for us, it's not that we're, you know what I mean. And I was listening to something. It's like, even when it come to like the rappers, you know what I mean, and the people who's buying the music, it's like we're creating this music to escape this identity that we've had to live in and exist that y'all created just for y'all to criticize us over what we're speaking of, which is the truth. Like, so we created this and y'all buying it.
It's the
like
truth.
This repetitive cycle. Like, because in order for us to even find that success, it's like y'all got to buy it. Y'all got, so I mean, even when it comes to Like this football is like it's we sell that entertainment, we sell that bruteness, that strength, that what I mean. And you hear it even when in certain conversations they talk about certain players. You can hear certain descriptive words they use versus black players versus white players or whatever it may be. But I don't think it's players being bought. I think people fall in love with what they do. Like, and I think that's the testament for a lot of dudes that play in the league or anybody that's doing something they love. It's like, and it comes with I guess this identity that you set. I don't know, like I never felt that way. I was never don't get me wrong, like we doing it for that, but most of us doing it because they love doing it
for the bag.
Like before the bag, and most of the time you understand, like most dudes loved football like the most before they got to the league. Like dudes fall out of love with the game in the because it's politics, it's a business. It ain't
fun no more.
Game no more. Yeah, it ain't fun.
It ain't fun.
Like I'm not doing this for fun. I'm doing this to take care of my family. You know what I mean? To create a future, to have generational wealth for my daughter. Like, but fun, the fun over with. Like it's fun when you win a Super Bowl. It's the only thing fun about this shit is winning. Like nothing fun about letting a grown man run down on your chest and not run down on my shit, but me run down on, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Paul.
Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy.
No,
hey,
I Paul on the first show.
Yeah, right.
Cut my shit, Gus.
Wow.
It's over.
Oh shit, that's lit.
Wait, I got two more questions before you answer the last question. The first question is, how the fuck did you go into that locker room as a young boy and control that shit, bro? I used to see you when ESPN had you mic'd up. You the most vocal. Let's go. Get lit. You doing that shit to vets, bro. Like, how did you gain that? Like, yo, bro, this is my locker room. Cause even ESPN, even magazines, even Google be saying, yo, that's LaRoy Reynolds' locker room. Like, how do you like, yo, this is my locker room? Like, I understand y'all, but this is my locker room. You feel me? Like this, like how do you?
Truthfully, I think just respectfully, like I remember my rookie year, like it was a vet, like he played D-line. Bro, then barked at me crazy, like I didn't bark back, like. But as a rookie, you really supposed to bite your tongue. But I ain't know no better, like you know what I mean. But them boys knew I was a dog. So for me, I think it was always like whenever it came to locker room, like, and it came to being the vocal leader, it was never like something that I asked to do, or I knew it was just something that disappointed. Like I remember my coach told me this, like. And I always knew that, but it's like my coach probably told me my second year, like, yo, he pulled me in his office, my head coach. Gus Bradley pulled me in his office. He was just like, yo, I don't know what it is. People just gravitate towards you. And that's just how it's always been, bro. Like, people just gravitate. And, like, when you're a vocal leader and you go hard and you work hard, and, like, bro, I literally, like, the reason why, bro, like, it's literally from the work I put in, bro. Like, it's the only, like, people come to practice, people come to work, and they just know I'm a dog, bro. And I say that in the, like, not in the sense that, like, oh, man, like, I'm real live, like, a competitor, like, willing to put it all, like, you know what I mean? When it comes to lifting weights, I want to be the strongest. When it comes to competing and racing, I want to be the fastest. When it comes to the field, I want to be the first to the ball. Like, when it comes to special teams, I want to be the most disruptive. Like, for me, it was like, when you doing all that at a high level over and over again, and you talking your shit, and you backing that shit, like, big dog. Like, so it's like I'm able to really be in that position and not, like, you know what I mean, question it.
Yeah, that's a fact. So,
and I say that humbly because, like before, like even in Atlanta, before I was in the center, like the homie was in the center, my big homie, like Spoon, he played position with me. He was in the center, and I just literally stand behind him when he going, like, and he did his thing, but he got hurt, and like I slowly just crept in, where it's like, but I was doing that since Little League. I was in the center since Little League, So it just became like second nature.
Yeah.
No,
So to piggyback on that, you was talking about your rookie year. What's the did you go do crazy haze and shit? Like did they ever haze like yo go get donuts for the locker room, or did they do some crazy shit to you? Or nah, you wasn't going for that? You ain't had no big homies like yo, bro, I love you, but you gotta go.
See, like, and most of the time they left that up to like the position groups. Like in our position group, like it just won't really like most of the times like that happened to like the O line and the D line where they got big position groups. So it's like 10 guys. That means so them boys they get to hazing each other, but like and I was like, and most of the time though too, bro, like them boys know this like. No,
yeah,
funny.
they
Where I was at, it just went on that. And most times, like, dudes really thought I was crazy, bro. Like, not no like, dudes thought I was just, and that just came from like playing football and going hard and being loud and being aggressive. Niggas like, bro, I remember I'm getting into it with on the team, bro. I play D line, and like we on the little just after the season, on the little bus, and you know what I mean. They on bro head, bro, getting into it. Like, but mind you, I'm the only linebacker there. I'm with the D line, like. And I'm just, I'm just vibing because, I rock with them boys. He mad at me. Out of all these boys here, he mad at me. The boy mind you, I'm sitting down. I'm on the bus. Boy, standing up going crazy. Big, I'm like, I got a bottle in my hand too. Man, whatever happened next, I'm on you. And this when I knew, like, it was like, this when I knew it was a problem because I'm like, the first thing bro said was like, yeah, I don't care if you think you're crazy. I don't think I'm crazy, bro. You niggas think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't like I'm just me. Like, and with that come that, like, I think it's just this identity, like, yo. So it was never really like a hazing like type of deal, because everybody we always just rock with dude. Like, you know what I mean? Respect, bro. When you know how it is when you know what I mean, it's just a level of respect, like amongst men. Like when you just got that respect amongst men, it's like
you know who you are.
Wrong. I didn't play the tough role. I wasn't on the like. If you ask me to do something, I do it. Like, I was humble enough to do that, but it won't never no extra like. You know what I mean? Like none of that goofy. Nah.
And then my last question before you answer Big Bro question. And then I got one more question before you answer Big Bro CTE question. Did you ever have to like, all right, cool, when you got the bag, right? All right, cool. Like 3 years, 4 years. Did you ever have to realize like, yo, these niggas around me is leeches? Did you ever have to realize that like, yo, is this nigga around me just to be around me? Or like, did you ever have to deal with like a leech situation that you would have never thought this nigga or this shorty was gonna be a leech? Because everybody got those like, damn, bro, like you a leech, homie. Like, they had a leech situation.
Yeah.
Did you ever think somebody was a leech, or did you ever feel like, yo, you being too friendly to me because I'm famous? You never was like this?
Nah, to be honest, bro, no. I think everything I kind of expect, and I say no in a sense because like, just being particular, like I ain't made no new like homies. Everybody I'm with came up with me, so like it's family and friends that like I go home and we have an event. Everybody that's from elementary school is still there, like whether it be family, whether you know what I mean. So it ain't no new like it won't nobody that was just hopping around. I won't let nobody in. Like my main homies from college, like those still my main homies. Like, but other than that, it's like you know what I mean. Me, you know what I mean. My 3, 4 brothers, my sisters, all them like. So it's more family than anything. I think. I mean, it's probably was situations where I had to just move on from, but it was never like, and it could have been a female, where I feel like she was leeching on.
Yeah.
But it was never a fact where I was like, man, I got to cut homie off, I got to cut bro off, because I mean, all they want is take. I just won't put myself in that position either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I always looked out.
That's the worst feeling, bro. Like you thinking like, damn, I'm the fucking leak. Like, that's the worst feeling, bro. Because I got a couple of dudes that's going through that shit.
Facts.
That go through that shit. And that shit be hurting the heart. Like, damn, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, That shit is a bad feeling, bro. When you like, damn, I thought you was my dog.
Niggas want to leech.
No, for sure. It definitely is.
But yeah, how's you get SSCTE shit? We can wrap it up.
Hold on.
Yeah, now Essen Brown said any thoughts on CTE before we wrap it?
Oh man, it's real. I think it's real. I think we all got to form, like everybody that played has got a form of it in a sense. And I haven't. Hold on, y'all boy. The rappers. I haven't. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
We got you.
Yo.
Yo.
To experiencing my. Yo. My bad. Hop in the whip. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Hold up. Good. Oh, so I was basically saying, not in the sense where I had to experience it myself, bro, but also, I mean, it's a real thing for sure. Like, I think they've done enough research to know it's a real thing. But I think, you know what I mean? Man, I've been playing this game my whole life. Like, and I've been thankful enough. I ain't never had no concussion. Like, I didn't got hit. I mean, I didn't hit. Like, listen, I ain't play this game long enough, somebody gonna get you. Like, so, but I never got hit to a fact where I was like, oh man, like out of it, like, you know what I mean? And if I was, I came back quick. And I don't remember. So I think that there are parts of like the body that, you know what I mean, I may understand later on that I may be just wired for that differently. Like, don't get me, I do shit real aggressively and fast sometimes. Well, at home I just be like, damn, bro, I wish I could just like be, but it's just a product of my nature. Like, I do that at work. Like, I'm just, you know what I mean? At times I just be wanting to feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Normal, I still be doing too fast. I grab something fast or move something. And that's all a part of, you know what I mean? That CTE aspect of it, where it's like mentally you have to you know what I mean, train, even like it's so much reprogramming. I think, you know what I mean, dude's gonna have to do like after this is said and done. But yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely a real thing. I know guys that's experiencing it now, so I can never like, I mean, downplay it or not say nothing about it.
That's real shit right there. No.
Yeah. I done held y'all boys for 2 hours, man.
Yo,
Nah, that's a
bro,
good conversation. No.
this was a dope first episode, bro. We're gonna take this far, bro. Like I said, next week we even got Macadodo, and we got a couple of more people like this. We gonna take this shit so far. Yo, Roy, I just want to thank you, bro, for just offering your time, bro, and being a real one and really sitting this down. And you feel me, like, and giving us this platform and us giving you a platform. I really appreciate it, bro.
You dropped some gems.
You dropped some super gems.
Round of applause for Roy.
Round of applause, man. Get that round of applause up. So,
bro, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, bro.
So the last one. So if this was your last interview ever, just leave it off as what you would want people to remember you by, bro.
Just being a representation of God, bro. Like, through like what He created, like, you know what I mean, like all of us, God, like, you know what I mean, and knowing that in such a higher level, but representing that in the sense like I want to be seen as that through the way I give, through the way people see me, through the way I speak, like as far as influence, like I mean, not even as far as, I'm just saying being able to represent something greater than myself is what I want to be remembered by. And for me, the greatest representation of that is God and the God that's in me and me being a God, like, and understanding that in a deeper level, like, you know what I mean? You know the three magic words of you are God. So for me, it's like,
I like that a lot.
It's how can I create that and then influence others to believe the same way, like, you know what I mean? And be that and live that and embrace that. So that's what I want to be represented by, man. How can I give my most to those around me?
in a high level. So that's it. That's it, y'all, boy. That's all I got.
That's that Rain Dog.
This is a dope. This is
phone by the dot in the car.
Another round of applause, man.
Great show, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yo, bro, if you ever having something this summer, just let us know. We'll pull up. He's having his little basketball stuff this summer called Zay Day. It's going to be packed in New York. So if you want to pull up, you can pull up. We'll show you the most love, bro.
Yeah.
Welcome down here, bro. Like, you feel me? So we just connect the dots, bro. I appreciate it, bro. And you know, for our 50th episode, you're gonna have to come back for that, you know?
Hey, that's a fact.
Facts.
Boy,
Nah, man. I just want to say, man. Yeah. You said give you one, beloved.
Beloved. Beloved,
man.
Have fun in those streets.
I call that boy Lux in Harlem, man. I caught that boy in Harlem like 6 years ago. Beloved, man. Nah, this is dope, bro. I just want to say that, man. Y'all boys doing some dope stuff, bro. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm honored, bro, that y'all allow me to be up here first, bro. That means a lot, bro. It means a lot just knowing where we came from and just knowing that it's a million people y'all could have asked, bro. And just the fact that, you know what I mean, being able to be up here to represent this and get it started. Like, who knows where it goes next? This can be the smallest episode, but just seeing what y'all do next is going to be the biggest, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's love, bro. That's love.
Always love, bro. Blessings to you on your journey. And, you know, stay blessed up.
Stay safe out there this weekend, brother. I know it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, be safe out there.
Yeah, it is.
Holla at you, bro.
I got you, bro. Already. I'm holla at y'all, boy. Y'all be safe, bro.
All right. Love it.
Be easy, bro. Beloved, love.
Beloved. Love. That was it, though. That's first episode. Now, I mean,
we want to give a round of applause, but before we wrap up, we just got the term of the day. The term of the day is consistency. Consistency breeds success.
Yes.
And we believe that as three young black men, we're gonna stay consistent with this podcast. And we appreciate everybody that tuned in. We appreciate everybody that gave their comments, asked their questions. And, you know, we just appreciate the support that we got thus far. Please follow us on all platforms, IG. You know, we got it on the screen. Also, follow the 10th Clothing at 10th Clothing. You can also go on the website, the10thclothing.com. And, you know, we'll be back for episode 2. But remember, people, consistency. Stay consistent.
And follow Leopold Jacobs.
That's a fact.
Dope clothes.
Yes, sir.
We'll put that on the bottom of the screen. And also, Made in Norfolk, we'll put that on the bottom of the screen. Those are our sponsors for this show. We're going to have 100 more after this. I just thank everybody for tuning in. If you did, next week, we'll be back either Saturday or Sunday. So I appreciate it. Haas, you got anything to give us out, big bro? What you got?
Oh, no, we good, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, all the support. We got a lot of comments. We got a lot of people checking in. I appreciate the big dog for giving us this platform. Flee, you too, man. You putting this shit together, know what I mean? In like 10 days, my nigga.
10 days, B.
Like 10 days, B. Zay, you too, man, coming through, know what I mean? I think everybody's energy on this first episode was good. Some technical difficulties, but shit, we can't control that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so other than that, I think it was a dope first episode. And like I said, shout out to everybody that showed love in this past week. You know what I mean? They really came full surface and shit though. So
Spotify, Apple Music, it'll be on all the platforms like in 2-3 days. Just give us time to get it, but it'll definitely be on there. And I want to shout out to Big Bro because he definitely inspired this. I'm on a Graham and I'm just watching Big Bro Haas doing his podcast and shit. I'm just thinking like, yo, bro, we could really put something together. And I know like Haas is the brains did it. So we definitely gonna make this happen. And if y'all guys got comments, anybody that y'all want us to have a guest, put it in, and we're gonna try our best to get them. So next week is either gonna be Dorian Finney-Smith or Mac Wiles. We're gonna let y'all know probably by like Thursday, and it'll probably be Saturday or Sunday. We will let y'all know Thursday. We'll put the flyer up Thursday. So I appreciate y'all once again, man. Hi, stay safe out there, brother.
You too. Y'all be safe out there. Zay, be easy. Peace to the family and everybody.
Love Holla at me, baby.
All right, baby. We out though. Beloved podcast. This HOTSEAThaas. You know what I mean? Got some Wi-Fi DZ on the joint. On the check-in, Staten Island. Got some BI on the check-in. You know what I mean? Nah, but we out. Next episode, tune in. Beloved podcast. Beloved Talk podcast on all platforms. Tune in. Peace, peace, peace.